Hello everyone, welcome to a DSP video. This one I was not kind of planning on doing, but sometimes shit happens, as they say. So we're gonna start this video off with this tweet. And you're probably asking yourselves, or asking me, whatever, why are we starting off with this random tweet by Tyler? Well, my friends, glad you ask. We will get into that momentarily. Don't worry, it's going to be a mystery that will be resolved very soon. But let's get into and start reading this tweet, right? Really sucks having a video game slump in December. Call of Duty was fun for about a week or two. The zombies, that is. Among Us, getting stale. Proximity is fun, but still a little stale. I think it's time for Minecraft again. I also want to make sure something, to be a little bit fair. Let's see something. This guy plays video games. He's a gamer. The Wild Cat. Yeah, he plays games. Oh shit! And we saw Fortnite. You already know the dealio there. But let's move on to this. Now, for those of you who don't know, who are wondering, how did I get a DSP stream on YouTube that doesn't have these bells and whistles that we were all accustomed to? Well, my friends, there's a YouTube channel out there called Raw DSP. If you just want the raw experience, maybe the bells and whistles from Dark Dave, it's like too much. It's too much sensory overload, and you're just like, I want to rest. I want to rest from that. Well, you can experience the raw content on Raw DSP. They just restream him. There are some. I have noticed there are some cutouts sometimes, but it's nothing major. Not a big deal for the most part. But luckily for us, we have him. You get your clips from him. You can do all kinds of stuff because it's a YouTube stream, and you can kind of go around it as much as you want. So big ups to whoever is running this YouTube channel. Pretty cool, huh? But let's get into it.
Today's stream, if we do so happen to hit the tips goal. Okay? Good stuff. Alright, now ladies and gentlemen, I have something very quickly I want to talk about. Alright?
Oh yeah?
It has come to my attention the kind of content creation that I do is meaningful to you, which I'm very happy that there are people that feel that what I do has meaning. And
oh my god, this is such an egotistical thing to talk about. Like, you can be happy with your content. I'm not gonna necessarily say that DSP should not be happy with what he makes. He could be happy with what he puts out all day, every day. That's fine. I'm glad he's happy with what he makes. But it is somewhat meaningless when he has said this about his content every year. He has said, this content is the best content I put out. I love this content. And then, like, in the future, he's like, yeah, the content sucks. Fuck that content. And it's like, oh. So, what you said before didn't matter, I guess. But he always wants you to feel like it's meaningful. Like, he doesn't say that, oh, you know what, I like my content what I'm putting out. I think it's really good. And I think that, it's good. It's good shit. I like the shit I put out. Whatever. It's not that. It's always, you guys are telling me that what I'm making is meaningful, and you guys love it. Which is kind of a very egotistical thing to say. Pretty much. It's not really fair because you're kind of putting words in people's mouths. A thing that DSP hates when people do it to him. You know what I mean? All right. Let's continue.
What I do is very different from what a lot of content creators do, for
How?
a very good reason. All right.
So he tells us that his content is different from everyone else. His content's so different, but how is it different? He streams on Twitch. Everyone streams on Twitch. They play games. They do stuff on Twitch, but it's different. You see.
If you don't notice, when I'm playing games and when I'm doing my playthroughs and coverage, my goal is number one to obviously put out an entertaining stream for you guys. That's priority. If no one's entertained, then what was the point of doing the stream? But as someone who's definitely
that's kind of funny when his chat has complained about almost every single game that he has played. Every single game that he has played, they have complained about it.
A long time, 12 years as a content creator. I strive to cover games, and when I'm enjoying a game, to play it at my own pace, all right? To try to explore all the facets of the game that I'm playing, whether it's side content, main story, or anywhere in between. And to basically put out an entertaining playthrough for you. All right, when I'm doing a stream or playing a game, I understand that I have two audiences. One that's a live audience that very much wants to interact with me and have a good time.
Hold up.
To basically, all right, to try to explore all the facets of the game that I'm playing, whether it's strive to kind of what was the point of doing the stream. But as someone who's...
By the way, again, I'm sorry if you hear my laptop churn in the background, but you know, it's not that bad actually. You know, I know it might bother some people, but I don't think, you know, it's that intrusive. But I just want to make that clear, so you guys know that I know.
Definitely been around for a long time, 12 years as a content creator. I strive to cover games, and when I'm enjoying a game, to play it at my own pace, all right? To try to...
So he says that he strives to do this, he wants to play games at his own pace, but there are so many times on pre-streams where he's like, I gotta finish this game, I gotta beat it, I need to do these many streams to get through this game in this amount of time. Like, he has done that every year. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the biggest example I could think of off the top of my head of that, because he told us at the time he scheduled to play for like a week or maybe 2 weeks straight on the primary stream so that he could get into a big chunk of that game to get through it. And it's the same thing this year. He has gone through so many games to get through them. He was trying to rush through Fire Emblem Three Houses so he could get ready for the fall gaming season. He wanted to get through Amnesia. He wanted to get through all these games, but he's telling us that he goes through these games at his own pace. I mean, that might be true for some select games, but they're not really games that his chat seems to care about. Like, and it's weird because he kind of puts himself in this position where he's either gonna get people that are gonna complain that he's rushing through games, or he's gonna get people complaining that he's taking too long in a game. But the thing is that if the idea is that he plays games at his own pace because he's having fun, it's hard to see that. When you watch his streams, it's really hard to see people he's having fun. Every time he's talking about it, he's like, he's dead silent, he looks miserable, he's like, oh, okay, thanks for the cheer. Okay, we gotta go over there, okay? And then with like Spider-Man Miles Morales, he's making a point to not do the side content, which he said that it's because it sucks, but you know, it's fucking Spider-Man. And it's an expansion. I think he said this earlier in the stream, and I didn't watch it with you guys, but I do want to make a little side note about it because it's a little gag, little joke that I laughed at. When they announced Spider-Man Miles Morales, the developer, everyone around him was saying, this is an expansion to the first game. It's not a sequel. Don't think of it as a sequel. It's an expansion. Just like how Uncharted Lost Legacy was. How that's an expansion. They sold it separately, but it's mostly an expansion of what was already established in the game, you know, already there. So they said this, and then DSP is playing this game now, and he's like, no matter what the developers say, this is not a sequel, this is an expansion. And it's like, yeah, the developer said this. This isn't news. This is not a hidden surprise. Like, surprise, it's actually, guys, surprise, it's actually a sequel. You know, it's an expansion. It was like sold as an expansion.
Explore all the facets of the game that I'm playing, whether it's side content, main story, or anywhere in between, and to basically put out an entertaining playthrough for you. All right, when I'm doing a stream or playing a game, I understand that I have two audiences. One that's a live audience that very much wants to interact with me and have a good time and talk about topics that maybe aren't related to the game, and that's okay.
So it's okay to talk about things unrelated to the game now, but then when you do, he says that you're not talking about the game, so why would I talk to you? But that's mostly during gameplay. So honestly, in reality, the pre-streams are the Twitch content. The gameplay is the YouTube content. That's how he structured his streams. Sure, he has shoutouts in the gameplay and all that stuff, but that's kind of like, you know, I don't have to say it. It's just he weaseled his way around this, dude. Pretty wild.
But also that there's a YouTube audience that watches my videos and they like watching it for the playthrough aspect. Oh, I'm going to see someone play a game from start to finish. I'm going to get to understand the bosses and all the gameplay elements and maybe use this as a judgment for myself whether or not I like the game or not. Okay? What I've seen at this point is that most people, I'm going to be honest here, most people myself whether or not I like the game or not. Okay?
Well, I do want to see one thing to do with this. I keep thinking I'm not on the right property, and I probably am. Yeah, I am. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm not. So, okay, that was enough of that.
Okay. What I've seen at this point is that most people, I'm going to be honest here, most people on Twitch who are doing this for a living and are very popular, I'm talking the people who have 10 times the audience I do, don't do that. Okay?
You don't... What?
They are in it because they are... How can I say it?
He wants to say so badly that they're in it for the money. And this is the beginning of the toxicity. This is the most toxic rant we've got from him in a while. Like, I would say maybe sometime during the summer when he talked about Fred. Yeah, he found a way to talk about Fred in 2020, guys. Pretty wild. This is pretty toxic. He opens up to saying like how other streamers are not in it for the same reasons he's into gaming, which is very presumptuous. He's assuming that these people are playing for another reason, and this is shit that if you do to him, he'd be mad at you for. Like if I said, "Oh well, DSP is not a gamer. He is playing Spider-Man Miles Morales not because of the game. He's playing it because he knows that it makes references to stuff, and he wants it. I don't know. Like he's just playing it for the money. Okay, let's make it simple. I don't know why I was trying to overcomplicate it, but let's just say he's doing it for the money. And he would tell you he's not. He'd be mad about it, but he is so quick to do this to other streamers. And this is a roundabout way of kind of getting around the TOS because you're on Twitch supposedly you are not allowed or okay to criticize or dunk on other streamers. Like, you're not allowed to do that. Now people could say that's kind of a dumb rule. I mean, it is and it isn't. Because on one hand, you could just be criticizing another streamer for, with good intentions or whatever. But on the other hand, you're all on the same platform, and to some degree, you are kind of colleagues with each other. It's a weird thing, I guess, but there's all these things you could kind of look at it on either side of the aisle on this. But I would always just side on like, hey, let them do what they do. People are they're doing their own content, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. And which is funny because people would always tell people who make DSP detractor videos, well, why are you okay? Why do you leave DSP alone? Why do you leave? He's just doing his own content, man. But it's like he says dumb shit, and it's like, yeah, I do want to kind of highlight some of the stuff. And if DSP wants to do that, if he wants to highlight some stuff that he disagrees with, that's fine. But the stuff he highlights has no bearing on the kind of content they put out. He doesn't even watch the content. the person he's bringing up, he has not seen a stream of his. He does not know anything about him other than he has a lot of followers and he gets a lot of views, supposedly. He's making all these presumptions and all this stuff, and he does that on a blanket level. He does blanket statements, all these kind of streamers. And he's just talking out of his ass half the time. I mean, for me, I'm at least watching the videos and watching the streams, and I can kind of base what I'm saying off this. I know this is a very dumb thing to say, because it's like pig-splaining dumb shit to you, but, like, he's not doing that level. He's not engaging in what he's criticizing with. Like, you know, it kind of brings me back, and again, I know, guys, Mega 64, oh my god, I know, but back when he kind of dug at them, he watched a video for like 3 seconds. Like, he watched the first 3 seconds of Todd and Aaron, and he didn't understand if it was satire. And the first award in that particular video they were watching, it was a tie between like Madden and Call of Duty. Like, it was a tie. And he didn't understand if it was satire, and he only watched like 3 seconds of it, and passed judgment on it, that like, I don't know what this is stupid, whatever. And it's like, you didn't watch the whole video, you don't know anything about Todd and Aaron enough. Like, if he sat through the whole video, he probably would have understood it was satire, but he watched the first 3 seconds and then said, this is dumb, and moved on. This is what children do. Like, this is what children do, and this is what he has been doing for years. He has never learned. And it's funny, because Mega 64 like, when he made that tweet, it did kind of go between the two. Which, ironically, Mega 64 kind of handled it a little bit, better than he has. I mean, people could kind of criticize how they talked about it, but it was just kind of them saying how ludicrous or silly the whole thing was. And even at the beginning, they started... They said, I don't know if we should name... They said, like, they don't know if they should name him, and they felt sorry for him. Like, they were talking as if, like, they kind of thought that DSP was kind of slow. And it is wild. This is a side note, but it is wild how people on the outside of his content, they just think he's slow. That's like the first thing they think. And I'm just like, dude, like, it's beyond like the mean comment of like, dude, you sound like you're fucking autistic or whatever. It's like they are afraid to even like talk about what he does because they think he's slow. And it was a meme for a while. I think that probably have changed since then, but I mean, it is wild.
I don't want to say, by the way, I'm not talking shit about anyone else. I'm not saying this is the wrong way to go about it. I'm just saying I've noticed a distinct difference between them and me. All right. Let me explain.
He's not saying it's wrong, by the way.
Maybe you'll understand it better.
Well, I want to hear that
way to go about it, as they are. How can I say it? I don't want to say. By the way, I'm not talking shit about anyone else. I'm not saying this is the wrong way to go about it.
I'm not saying this is the wrong way to go about it. What?
I'm just saying I've noticed a distinct difference between them and me. All right. Let me explain how I came to this revelation, and then maybe you'll understand it better.
Now look how nervous he is about discussing this, and usually, like, even when I do videos and even tweets, if I'm sitting there and I'm making multiple drafts, like I'm just typing something out, deleting it, typing something out, deleting it, and not hitting reply, I give up. I give up on it because I just think if I'm gonna tweet something that I either know I'm gonna have to respond to many people who might not get what I'm saying, or if it's like I don't think I'm clear on what I'm saying, I just give up on it and like I'm just not gonna say anything. You know, if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna bail and not go to it. There are times where I do say stuff that I may not know 100%, but I'm usually open to like, okay, maybe I'm wrong here, or whatever, or at least I make the effort. But DSP commits to these ideas that he probably should not commit to. Like, this is something that, like, the fact that he's like he was hesitant in even starting this rant, it should have been something that he should have just said, I'm not going to say anything, because the fact that you're hesitating just means that you either don't believe in what you're saying, or you know what you're gonna say is gonna start shit, or you know that people are gonna take it the wrong way. And it's like how I go about life for most of the time. If you could avoid a needless argument, like an argument that like it's just like you don't need to have, then avoid it. Why bother? Why bother spending your time going into a meaningless argument? There's arguments that are worth having and all this kind of stuff. There's conversations worth having, but there's some that you just know off the bat, this ain't worth having, and I don't need people yelling at me over this. I'm not gonna like rain on their parade. This is something that people kind of get when maturity happens, dude. But DSP is still growing. He's still a little baby. He's still a little baby. He's still crawling. He'll learn how to walk eventually, guys. He'll learn how to walk. Don't worry. Baby DSP will do it.
Okay. So yesterday, I'm off from streaming. And I'm just curious, gee, what do I want to talk about on my pre-stream tomorrow? And I start reading the threads on Twitter.
Huh. So okay. Let's talk about this for a second. When he's on his day off, this dude, when he hyped up his day off in the past, when he was with Leanna, that lovely lady, he told us that he needs a day off to unplug from the internet, and it was the same thing when Kat moved in. Oh, I'm gonna have a day off, and I'm gonna unplug from the internet. I'm not gonna be on the internet at all. It's just gonna be, I might tweet about one thing, and that's it, and that'll be all from me, and I'll be unplugged from the internet. And he was oddly not tweeting at all yesterday, because he usually tweets like, I'm not here or whatever. So I wondered at that time, when he was reading these threads, was he like, I'm not gonna say anything because this will start Twitter drama? So he kind of like locked his phone, like a Okay, there's this documentary on Netflix, which is it's an interesting documentary. I'm not gonna dive on it for the content necessarily, because it talks about like social media and kind of how they log data and that kind of stuff, which is interesting. But the one thing that I kind of thought was a little too, it was a little too negative, boomer level negative. But the one gag they were doing was, okay guys, they do these skits in between like documentary segments, and there was this one where it's like the parents were like, you guys are gonna not have your phones for a few days, okay? And you'll get them when you get them, but when it's din time, we're putting them in this little safe. You're not gonna be able to access them until after din time. And they would be sitting at the dinner table. They'd be like, oh my god, I need my phone, because everyone's so addicted to the phones. It's like it's like Kat did that for DSP. DSP saw this tweet. Kat saw the face that DSP was making. Like, he was like, he was leaning back and forth a lot. Kat knows the signs, and she's like, Phil, can I see your phone? And he's like, sure, honey, here you go, but be sure to give it back. Alright. Then she locks it up in the safe. Phil, you're not getting this phone until we're done watching animal shows, okay? You're watching animal shows with me and Jasper, okay? And he's like, okay, Kat. And then by the time he got his phone, it was too late, so he couldn't tweet about it. So he has to go in on his pre-stream to talk about it. So it's very telling that he just refrained from tweeting at all, because he probably was afraid that he was going to talk about it on Twitter and start drama. So he was like, I'm not going to tweet at all, so that I'll be able to talk about this on pre-stream. So that's pretty much my theory as to why he was like MIA all day yesterday, which is rare. But he goes on anyways to say how he unplugs from the internet. He doesn't want to have anything to do with Twitch or anything at all. But now he's telling us that on his day off, he goes through Twitter threads to talk about on Twitter the next day. And this is another thing that this sounds fake as fuck. Usually when I stream, I'm gonna talk about myself now. When I stream, I usually just try to think of the stuff that I want to talk about. I talk about the game I'm playing. I talk about games I look into, and and stuff that I loved about games I want to talk about. I also look at what you guys want to say. Obviously, I say like, oh, you know, whatever, you know, see what happens. And it's always just, I always try to go in just, you know, being like, yeah, man, I do sometimes, I only get the gamer news on my own feed. So if I see something that, just innately, as I'm setting up the stream, I just talk about stuff that is organic to me, or just stuff that's just on my mind. I have stuff on my mind all the time that I just want to talk about. It's as I said when you make videos or when you do streams, is that if you're not passionate and if you don't get excited to talk about something that you want to talk about, you know, maybe you need to find something that you're just really into and you want to share that. You know, like I love movies, and sometimes I go in and I talk about David Lynch films. I mean, right now I'm watching what's it called, Lost Highway, and it's a very interesting movie. It's very out there. But it's like something that I really like, and sometimes I like talking about like the kind of directors I like. You know, oh, this movie's really good. I get really excited to talk about stuff, and that kind of comes out in a lot of ways, and a lot of people get like interested in that. But DSP has to go through Twitter threads on things that are not even related to him to talk. That's how uninteresting he is. He can't find his own talking points. He has to go on Twitter trending. He probably like sits on the iPhone to go through trending and the Apple News app to find stuff to talk about. And that is really, really sad that he can't come up with his own things to talk about. That's how boring he is. He doesn't talk about, like, he has nothing to say. Nothing to say at any point in time. It's really sad. It's really sad that this dude is like 37 and he has nothing to say to anyone. This is like, there are just times when people just like, you know, some people get really nervous. Like, yeah, you know, that's like, oh, I might go out and talk to people, but I don't know what to say. You know, I don't think there's anything going on, and it gets really nervous. Like, you get really like shy, and you're like, you don't know. But DSP just either sits in silence. Like this dude is fucking, it's fucking something. Holy shit! You
know what happened yesterday? Fortnite had another season-ending event. Like Fortnite, okay, guys. Fortnite.
Now, I remember a lot of people talking about Fortnite yesterday, and it wasn't for this thing he's getting into, which I'm surprised. I thought he was going to get in on this, because one of the big things that people were talking about was, yet again, talking about Twitch's DMCA policy and shit. So when he was saying this, I was like, this dude is not going to be dunking on people, saying that I should not have to be deleting my content for stuff I want to make or whatever. There were a lot of people upset about, like, they're doing these streams, and Twitch is saying make content on our site, but then delete the content afterwards. Like, it's just kind of counterintuitive with what the whole thing is, etc. So I'm like, is he gonna be criticizing these Fortnite streamers for making these criticisms about Twitch when he has? Okay, hold up, guys. Decline. I'm busy. What was they talking about? Holy shit. Yeah, the DMCA Fortnite stuff. So that was going on. That was a big thing yesterday. So I was like thinking to myself, is Mr. I Gotta Mute the Music gonna make fun of these Fortnite streamers?
A game that, let's be honest here, those of us who are heavily into gaming, we right now are so interested in all the giant major gaming releases that have come out in the last few weeks because of the launch of the new consoles. We're having so much fun into gaming. We had another season-ending event, like Fortnite. Okay, guys? Fortnite.
Yeah, people still play Fortnite. Oh, terrible. Fucking idiots, right?
A game that, let's be honest here, those of us who are heavily into gaming, we right now are...
Now look at this attitude he has. Oh my god, like, I wanted to say, I'm trying to think of something to say, because there was just something bothering me about it, even when I was first watching this pre-stream a little bit. And now I remember, this fucking dude criticized Fall Guys for falling short, not getting enough popularity, not sticking around and not forming a strong community, right? He criticized Fall Guys for that. But Fortnite, who has been successful into garnishing a community and a culture on the game, he's making fun of it. He's like, Fortnite, they're still talking about Fortnite. Yeah, DSP. Now this dude has complained about games dying in popularity, or that you can never please Baby Phil. Baby Phil is not pleased. Oh my god, that dude! Imagine that face. This on this pre-stream. This face on a baby body. Baby Phil is not amused, but Baby Phil is mad that Fortnite still gets talked about and still has popularity. But Baby Phil would also complain. He would also criticize Fortnite if it died in popularity and no one's talking about it. Like, yeah, guys, pretty late, right? The Fortnite no one's talking about it anymore. Maybe it was like the white hot popular thing to say, and now no one's talking about it at all, right? It's like it's a fad, as I've been saying the whole time, dude. Wow, right? Everyone was yelling at me, Phil, it's not a fad, it's not a fad. Right, and it was a fad. No one's talking about it. But now that the game is still being talked about, and it's not a fad, suppose, right now it's not a fad, he's mocking it for it still being around in 2020. He'd mock it if it was a fad and it withered in popularity, and then mocks it when it doesn't do that. So what does DSP want them to do? I don't know. Like, it's like it's clear he just doesn't want to be wrong. He never wants to be wrong. So that's the point.
Are so interested in all the giant major gaming releases that have come out in the last few weeks because of the launch of the new consoles. We're having so much fun.
Yeah, the new console that no one seems to be getting. This dude thinks that not only just because they sell out and not because whatever the fuck, that, and not because that he has one. There's no way that no other streamer has a PS5. There's no way that not everyone on Twitch has a PS5. Supposedly, obviously. Like, yeah, am I gonna be hyped for Demon's Souls and Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5 specifically, and Bugsnax and Godfall and all these other games that are out on PS5? Would I be hyped when I don't have a PS5 about it? I could sit here and say, yeah, it's a gaming drought, dude. But then if you tell me, well, what about these PS5 games? Yeah, what about them? I can't play them, so, for me, it's a drought because there's nothing for me to play. You could argue that, that's selfish, man, but that's kind of how he is, too. And that's just how everyone is. When you're into stuff, I'm into a lot of these artistic films and indie films, and it is kind of it's kind of getting to me that I can't go to not that I want to go to these big theaters to watch, big budget films or anything like that. It's not those films I'm missing the most. There's this one theater I used to go to that played a lot of indie titles that would never show up in those big theaters, and it just pains me that those theaters that theater is probably struggling way more because it kind of thrives off of membership fees, and also because it's a small theater, it has only one screen. But it's like, man, I love the movies it would show because it would be very very artistic shit that you would not see, and it's not going to see what's there. It's bumming me out because now these movies are mostly going to other streaming services that I don't have a membership for. Also, it's man, I just want to go to that theater and just watch these films, and it's bumming me out. It's bumming me out. I just love and the experience too. I love the experience. A lot of people kind of dog on theaters because they're expensive, and they are. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about that, but I do love the experience of going to a theater and just watching a movie there and being like, and I will say, oh my god, this is like a fucking film segment. I'm sorry, guys. Last thing I'll say, this will be the last thing. This will be the last thing. I'm getting a little, crazy about this, but I like foreign films so much, and I have a harder time watching foreign films at home than at a theater. At a theater, it's like I'm there, I'm locked in, and I'm just reading the subtitles and having a good time. At home, I just kind of find myself like pulling my attention all everywhere else, and it's like I just can't really pay attention to these subtitles. I don't know what it is, and it's not. And again, I wouldn't say it's the movie's fault. It's a me problem. But it's just like when I'm at the theater, it's like, yeah, I get to focus on the subtitles. It's just easier for me to watch it there. So if they did anime sub only in theaters, I'd deal with it. I'd be like, hell yeah, dude. But since I have the ability to watch subbed and dubbed, you know what I mean?
Fun with games right now: Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed, Demon's Souls, Sackboy, Call of Duty, Yakuza 7, and that's just a few. All right. Fortnite is the last fucking thing where any of us are thinking about. Right?
How do you know that?
Fortnite, like, been there, done that.
Now, I like how he thinks that just because he's been there, done that, and his chat supposedly has been there, done that, everyone has been there, done that. Even though Fortnite has never dropped in the category on Twitch, supposedly. I don't think so. I don't think. Like, this is such a meaningless thing to bring up. Well, no one's talking about it. This is the last thing we're talking about. There's all these games, man, that not everyone is playing.
Had its time in the sun, and yeah, it has viral popularity amongst a group of kids who jump in and play it on a daily basis for the kiddie aspect of it. But these aren't people.
How do you know they're all kids?
Doing major playthroughs of giant games. You see what I'm saying? It's a very different audience. The way I see it with the Fortnite audience these days. And by the way, again, I'm not talking shit about it. All right, but the way I see it with the Fortnite audience, it kind of reminds me of almost like esports leagues. If you're not into esports, you probably know nothing about esports, all right?
What?
But the way I see it with the Fortnite audience, it kind of reminds me of almost like esports leagues.
This dude has cloud chased esports leagues, though. He cloud chased Sonic Fox, he cloud chased Maximilian at a time, Dago, I think, and other people. I don't know. He cloud chased esports before many times. And now he's like saying, oh yeah, they're over there.
You probably know nothing about esports. You don't know anything about the players. You don't know anything about the prizes, the tournaments. But if you're heavily into esports, if you're in that bubble, oh my God, there's an insane amount of content. There's an insane amount of events to cover. It's like you become all about esports teams. FaZe, Optic, or if you go over to Korea, right? They've got all the fucking...
FaZe and Optic. How do you know that, DSP? I thought you're not into the esports, dude.
League of Legends tournaments and shit. And there's so much of that.
League of Legends?
But if you're outside of that bubble, it's like non-existent. You don't hear about it. You don't care about it. I almost feel like that's what Fortnite has become.
Now look at this, right? He just said like, oh, it's a bubble, and if you're not into it, it's over there. But this dude, like, talks so much about Fortnite. It's like he goes on Twitter, types in Fortnite in the search bar, and just has and spends the day there. Like, this dude, it sounds like he said he spent the day off relaxing with his wife and cat, his cat's son Jasper, and just explores things to talk about. My frame rate is fucking dipping. I don't know why. There's no lost frames, but I'm just like looking at OBS and it's like sometimes it kind of slows down. Whatever. This is the Greek experience. But this dude is like saying all this, but he's spending all this time to talk about Fortnite.
A game where a bunch of kids play it all the time. This is still their gaming focus, is Fortnite. But outside of that, mainstream gamers who are into games, what the fuck do we care about Fortnite? We're playing.
But oh my god, dude, this guy who made this tweet was probably talking to his own audience. So, I'm just gonna say it because DSP talks so fucking slow, and I went on a fucking movie rant. Damn it, and I'm getting to points faster. But the guy we just read that tweet from Tyler, he was making that tweet towards his community, towards his own viewers, and whatever. And this dude is like saying like, why would we care? Yeah, you're not following him, DSP. You don't follow Tyler. He doesn't follow this guy, and he's acting as if he's following him, and he's like he's acting as if he's a fan of this dude. He's like, yeah, I used to watch this guy's content. Then he starts talking about Fortnite all the time. We're not talking about Fortnite anymore, dude. Like, you know, Mega 64 is even when in the past I said like, they do try to stay in line with video games because their business is in video games, but they kind of just do their own thing. So when they're to a degree out of touch with some of the stuff they're saying, I'm not saying like, look at these fucking guys, they're out of touch. It's like I know what I'm getting from them because they're honest with where they're in, what they're into. But DSP it has no like agency, has no interest in anything. So it's like he's like a cultural like nomad almost. He just wanders and he has no investment in anything. So he just goes by these other things that are irrelevant to him, and he's like, look at this. This guy is not talking about what I want. He's so out of touch. It's like, yeah, you're wandering around all these avenues of Twitter that are not in at all in what you're into. Why are you there? And I wouldn't even necessarily say like, oh, see, this is why we need a gatekeep. It's just that he has no interest. Like, it's one thing if DSP is like, man, today I decided to go to the Fortnite stuff just to see what's going on because I'm interested in what's going on with Fortnite, and it's not even that. He goes there specifically just to find something to complain about. So it's not like he explored Fortnite because he was interested. Like that's the problem. That's the problem.
All the great new releases that have come out this past month, and we could give two shits about playing Fortnite right now, right? But, you guys have to understand, and this is me kind of going outside of my comfort zone, going on social media yesterday, that game is still insano popular with kids. So they're making so much fucking money hand over fist on that game. Still to this day, years later, okay, that game is still insano popular with kids.
So how is it like okay?
So they're making so much fucking money hand over fist on that.
Now, I like how all these kids are like insano rich, right? They must be really rich. They're loaded with money. Man, they're sitting on fucking 401ks, dude. They're so fucking rich, man. It's such a weird fallacy to have. If there's kids watching, that's where the money's at.
Still to this day, years later, okay, that every time they do a season-ending event, it's like virally popular. I'm not shitting you. There's content creators on Twitch who had their biggest day stream.
I'm not shitting on you guys. Can you believe that there's other people on the same platform that make more money than me? Whoa, DSP. It's almost like it's a website and there's so many people that use it and some people make more money than others. Whoa!
Ever. All they were doing was watching the trailer for the new season of Fortnite.
Now, I like how he says this, and he has had this attitude that it just sounds like he thinks that, like, oh my god, I'm like spacing. He acts like, since it's for kids and it's Fortnite and all this stuff, if you just go on Twitch, you just turn on a stream, you have Fortnite, you'll suddenly start making money. You start acting like a kid on stream, like, wow, you'll get all this money. But I highly doubt that because I'm pretty sure that these people who stick around probably enjoy the gameplay that are being put out, and they might like the commentary. I mean, kids like all kinds of stuff, and some people, and sure, they might grow out of the things, and they might leave certain content creators, whatever. But this is like, it's so weird to have this attitude about it. Ugh.
They had hundreds of thousands of viewers They made tens of thousands of dollars watching the trailer for the new season of Fortnite. Okay? That's...
Yeah, and you made like what, $500 unboxing the PS5? Actually, you know what? I want to see. What was the income like for that. Going to DSP Gaming. Let's see. What was the last stream of that day? I feel like this wasn't like this was all that whole weekend. This playlist I'm looking at, because let's see, he only did Bug Snacks. Yeah, so it should be Bug Snacks should be the last thing.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. $200. He made $200 in one stream playing for unboxing PS5 and playing Bug Snacks. I wonder if the oh no, he got 200 in that stream. That's right. Well, I want to see something. Oh shit, he's...
It's because you didn't give me the option for the stealth take.
Okay, I just wanted to see something.
Wild and insane, and that's something I would not do. And you guys know that. You guys know that for me, I don't care about that. Okay? Hundreds of thousands of viewers. They made tens of thousands of dollars watching the trailer for the new season of Fortnite. Okay? That's...
And he also got like $500 for that Thanksgiving stream he did, where he just kind of sat on his ass and said that thank you for giving me money, pretty much. He got $500 for that. But
wild,
man, these people watching trailers,
and that's something I would not do. And you guys know that. You guys know that for me, I don't care about that. I've never been into the virally popular games. I mean, yeah, I'll play Fall Guys and I enjoyed it, but I didn't get heavily into it. And you guys know that. You guys know that for me, I don't care about that. I've never been into the virally popular games.
I never been to the virally popular games, but he played Fall Guys, and you know he memed guys that about Bugsnax, but I think low key, deep down inside his little pig baby brain, he was thinking, you know what? This game might be one of those games that people are just gonna be like virally looking and might blow up and all this stuff, and he wanted to be on the ground floor of that. But he doesn't do that though. That's why he played Genshin Impact when it was new. That's why he played all this stuff. That's why he focused on AAA games, right? Because he doesn't focus on popular viral shit.
I mean, yeah, I'll play Fall Guys and I enjoyed it, but I didn't get heavily into it like a lot.
He wanted to get heavily into it though. He only backed off of it because the company dropped the ball on it. Which is kind of a meme because, like, the second season was, like, started. I don't know what happened with Fall Guys because, like, the thing was that, like, it just launched this year, and then they were like, all right, season 2 is coming out in October, which part of me kind of thinks that Fall Guys was just a meme of that kind of game. Because I kind of think, because, like, they just have been kind of memeing stuff all the time. And it's from Devolver. Devolver, who every year when they do an E3 event, they just don't care and they fuck around. And I guys, I remember that people were yelling at me about me saying, me white knighting Devolver, but I don't know. I never understand. I still don't quite understand what people expect from them. Like, you watch the I mean, if you think that the joke is overplayed and it's kind of a lame joke that Devolver does every year at E3, that's fine. But everyone was like, oh, fucking Devolver made an E3 press conference and they had no hype in it. It was just side-scrolling games and indie games. Like, wow, you really need a press conference? And it's like, yeah, like they don't care. Like they're doing it literally just to piss people off at this point. I mean, again, if you don't like the press conference, that's fine. I just think that people kept going because it was like every year almost, ever since they started doing press conferences, that people always get like really mad that there was no hype there, and it's like, what were you expecting? Like, it just seems that people get these weird expectations from things. So Fall Guys comes out, and then they start talking about second season, and then like the second season was like, it was just like maybe one new song, and it's like, yeah, like they're not gonna dump the whole season in one day. Like I don't quite get where that notion came from. Like Street Fighter V is like on 5 seasons now. They didn't release them all at once at one time. It's like that's why I didn't understand about this fall, that why everyone was like, oh, Fall Guys, I'm over it. Fuck it. And it's like the second season just started. Why is this a sudden thing? Because it wasn't just DSP doing this either. It was everyone. And I just don't get what people were wanting from it. It makes no sense to me. But whatever, Fall Guys it was just Fall Guys, I guess.
Other people did. Same thing with Fortnite. I've played.
But
I've done that. I thought it was an okay game, and then I didn't really.
But he wanted Fall Guys, as I said, he wanted Fall Guys to do that. That's what he wanted Fall Guys to be. That's why he played it every week, and he was like hyping up, like, I'm gonna be playing Fall Guys. Notice how in the past when now when he's talking about Fall Guys, it's just, okay, for the description of it, I'll be playing Fall Guys and Call of Duty. But back when it was new and all this stuff, when he was doing it twice a week, he was constant. This is a very small thing to bring up, but he would always be like, Fall Guys, will you play some Fall Guys? And it was just like this. It was so annoying because it sounded like a clown, and that's kind of what it was. And the only and I don't know if I've ever said this in the past, but the one positive thing that came from Fall Guys was Snorpernell's videos were hilarious with it. Listening to the music going upbeat and all that kind of shit was the only thing that was kind of making it bearable. Like I every time he was streaming, I'd be like, yeah, Snorpernell's gonna have something funny to watch. But other than that, like Fall Guys was ass. It was ass to sit through because it was the most try-hard nonsense you would hear, because DSP would do stuff that would literally be strategies from pro-level gamers to Fall Guys to win and all this stuff. So he was doing stuff just to be a pro-level gamer. So this little meme of him like, oh yeah, Fall Guys, was that, wasn't that? It's like, you wanted to be that though. He wanted Fall Guys. He wanted so badly for Fall Guys to be the Fortnite for him, and it didn't. And you know.
Really enjoy it that much and moved on, right? But this is what I mean. Like, it's just crazy. There is an entire culture of people who are playing games, streaming games, and watching game streams that are not in line with the kind of stuff that I do here on my stream.
Well, they're not in line? This sounds a little like a dictatorship. like imagine the field day people would have if Trump one day goes on TV and says, the American people are not in line with me. They're not in line with what I want. Imagine the headlines. Imagine if just anyone would say that about their community. Imagine, okay, you know what, we're gonna pull this back to the gamer speak, okay? Enough politics in this video. Imagine if Ninja comes out and says, you know, these other streamers that stream Fortnite like I do, they're not in line with what I think should be in Fortnite or whatever. Imagine how mad DSP would be. Okay, guys. So, yesterday on my day off, I was going through Twitter, and I was, trying to find something to talk about, and okay, so I was, going on Twitter, and Ninja, I know, right, Ninja, you all know my history with Ninja, okay? Okay, So, Ninja apparently, like, said on Twitter that, these other Fortnite streamers, no, there are other Fortnite streamers. Ninja is not the only one that streams, Fortnite anymore, because everyone's doing it, and now Ninja is, like, saying that these other Fortnite streamers are not in line with what he wants in the content. Okay, guys, you guys know me. I have matured and grew up over the years, and now I'm like, not that dumb anymore, you know? I'm not that dumb and ignorant anymore. You know, I used to be like that with, like, Minecraft. I would say things like, oh, why would they do this? Why would they do that, right? So how presumptuous would it be if I were to get this? If I were to say that, like, you guys are not in line with me. Oh, that would be so bad, right? And that was just saying that, man. He would be so fucking mad. But no. See, these other people are not in line with what he thinks.
I do major game playthroughs of big games. Yes, I'll also play retro games. But you see what I do? I'm a content creator who grew in popularity on YouTube when it was important to be doing full playthroughs of games. I don't just
wait, hold up. What?
Yes, I'll also play retro games. But you see what I do? I'm a content creator who grew.
What retro games? The only retro games he's played is when he got the Genesis Mini and the and that SNES stuff was added to the Switch. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. Yesterday we had a big old storm coming in, and this branch fell on my neighbor's cable. So we have all these trucks out, and it's kind of distracting me. I'm like, oh shit, do they need me? Do I need to go out there? Hope not. Hope I'm good.
In popularity
so
on YouTube,
he's gonna do this. You know why?
To be doing full playthroughs of games. I don't just sit here every day and say, okay, today we're gonna play the virally popular game, and we're gonna play it for 2 weeks. Grew in popularity on YouTube when it was important to be doing full playthroughs of games.
It was important to do full playthroughs of games, but isn't that a fad? A trope? Because that's kind of like whatever.
I don't just sit here every day and say, okay, today we're gonna play the virally popular game, and we're going to play it for 2 weeks, and then we're going to drop it, and we're going to go to the next virally popular game. We're going to play it for a week.
Now he mucks this, but this dude does this with the chill streams. Alright, guys, we're doing chill streams. There's nothing going on. Alright, AAA games are coming out. We gotta put that on hiatus. Gotta put that on hold for a bit. He has done this every year. Ever since he has done chill streams, he has decided to say, okay, chill streams will be on hiatus until we get to the new game releases. And it's like, you do this, DSP. You do this with chill streams. It's just a different name.
We're going to drop it, and then we're going to do that.
And it's wild that, like, there's someone who tried to point it out, and they never really worded it, and they never really talked about it. But he does this. Like, because this one person brings up AAA releases, and kind of looks at that. Then he mentions that, is it going after the same amount of money or whatever, but I think that's the wrong train of thought to go after. The train should have been, yeah, but you play chill streams, but don't you do that with the chill streams? You do chill streams in a period of time, then when AAA games are coming out, you tell us that those have to go on hold to do AAA games, to do those. But then he's gonna do. I know he'll do this meme of, guys, I'm not focusing on AAA releases to make money. I'm not doing that. I'm doing it because, like, what I'm saying in reality is that, like, we gotta get through it because I don't want to be backed up on games. Like, I don't want to be playing games for 10 years to do this game, right? That's why I do that. I'm not doing it for money. Fucking idiot. Which is always funny for DSP. He has all these excuses under the sun. He has so many excuses. And it's lame. But whatever.
Fortnite's hot again. So now today we're going to watch the new trailer. We're going to play Fortnite for 2 weeks. And then we're going to do the next virally popular game.
It's getting dark
all
here.
Right?
It's bullshit.
It's never what I've been about. It's never what I'll be doing, because I feel that the kind of content that I do is more meaningful. And I'm going to be honest with all of you. I love what I do for a living, and more so now than ever. I've been having so much fun as a content creator this past couple of years. I do a popular game. All right? It's never what I've been about. It's never what I'll be doing, because I feel that the kind of content that I do is more meaningful. And I'm going to be honest with all of you. I love what I do for a living, and more so now than ever.
More so now than ever, but you said that last year, the year before that.
I've been having so much fun
Okay.
as a content creator this past couple of years, and this year in particular, with your amount of support you guys have given me, and the fact that the future is looking so good at this point, as long as things stay on the course that they're at, and we don't have any calamities happening. Things are going to get better around here, right? In 2021 could be a year where I get to renew stuff. I get to improve my equipment setup and everything. This could be really good. I'm excited for the future.
It's very suspect how he hinted initially January was going to be when the green screen would be fiddled with, but then that suddenly changed to, oh well, I'm going to get a new chair. You know what? I'm thinking more now. Because, okay. Guys, Theo theory time. Kat or DSP's parents are buying him that love seat or a new chair. It's not the contributions. It's Kat or his parents are buying that furniture for Christmas, because it's very, very, very peculiar how he wants to do this right after Christmas. But who knows? We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a dummy. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, it's very suspect how everything gets delayed. And he's like, oh, I'll get to renew stuff. And he said that when he got that new chair he's in right now. He was like, all right, guys, I moved the love seat. We're back into we're gonna renew. It's refreshing. It's a new stream, dude. And then he went back to shitting on it a few days after, and it's gonna happen the same with the new setup. I guarantee I guarantee he's gonna get a new chair, and he's gonna tell us, you know, I got this chair. No, this chair is really good. Okay, it's really good, but unfortunately, we cannot do the green screen with it. I know you guys wanted the green screen, but you guys have, loved my content even without it, and no one really seems to be talking about it as much, right? Right? And honestly, I think it's more important that I'm comfortable on stream instead of having a green screen. So we're not doing the green screen, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna suspect that's gonna happen, and if it doesn't happen, yippee for the streams. But if it doesn't happen, Cleo will thump her big foot. Maybe, I don't know. I can't predict when she does that. Honestly, it's very, very rare.
Future now, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually seeing positivity in the future for me. Even though I'll never be a big time Twitch streamer, I'll never be one of these guys, because that's not what they seem to do. They seem to be, I have to jump on the new me future for me. Even though I'll never be a big time Twitch streamer, I'll never be one of these guys, because that's not what they seem to do.
What? Wait, that makes no sense. I don't make a lot of money, unlike these guys, because that's not what they seem to do. They don't seem to make less money. I mean, they can't. Now get a load of this, right? DSP tells us how he can control contributions, but he acts as if these people can. Oh, these people make so much money off of kids. How? Okay.
They seem to be, I have to jump on the new meme. I have to jump on the new game. I have to sit here and literally, the content they make.
Now, he shits on these people who want to play the meme game and all this stuff, but what if that's what they find fun? What if they like the idea that they get to play these weird-ass fucking games that probably no one will want to play? and they might play with friends. They might be open to play with their viewers. That's kind of the appeal, I'd assume. But he's like shitting on this. He's shitting on these people having fun playing Fortnite. Like, why is it? Or hopping on memes. Why does he get so invested in what people do for their streams? He gets so mad about trolls doing this to him. Oh, DSP's playing this game for that or this reason. Oh, DSP's doing this on stream. He gets mad when they do that to him, but he does that to every single one. But the saddest thing of it all is that you'd think at the very least he would be the one that give the fair criticism to these other streamers. You would think that, and the trolls would be the ones that would be like shitting on the sake of it, etc. Like that we'd be the ones talking out of our ass about DSP, but it's the other way around. So it's even, in my opinion, it's even worse. The fact that the trolls have more of a point on DSP being a shithead than DSP has on other streamers, it just shows you just how jealous he is, dude. This is so ridiculous.
Doesn't seem to have meaning. It's more just have a few jokes and positive shit today with a bunch of kids on my stream and make an insane amount of money doing it. But they don't. Doesn't seem to have meaning. It's more seem to be. I have to jump on the new meme. I have to jump on the new game.
Let's hear that
I have
full
to
thought.
sit here and literally the content they make doesn't seem to have meaning.
How do you know it doesn't have meaning? Okay. Okay, my mouse is here. I'm like losing track of my mouse now. This is fucking bad. This is pretty fucking bad. Hold up. Ant13 put up a video. I wanna see.
Roll through the city.
Oh, okay.
Crawler sound samples. Okay, where's the next story mission? There is none.
Look at this.
Well, then I guess we'll go do.
Whoa! Look at this meaningful content.
All right. Time to cough.
Oh, it just showed up.
Hope she answers.
Look. Wow, this is such meaningful content, guys. He's sitting there. He has a dog now. He has toys.
So you can lie to me again?
He's wearing glasses. Dr. Tony Huge is here, so that's good. I'm glad Dr. Tony's here. I was worried that he wasn't.
If you're screwing with me,
This is meaningful, guys.
I'll see you there.
Look how meaningful it is. It's so personal right now.
Trinity Church.
Don't you see the personal connection? It's like he's talking to you. Whoa, look at this, man. This is wild. DSP is right, guys. I think he might be right, guys. He might be right for once. Guys, hear me out. Guys, DSP might be right for once. His content is meaningful.
It's up here.
It's up here. Oh my god, that's so...
Yep.
Oh my god, this is so thoughtful.
Too close.
Whoa. Whoa, man. This is so... Oh my god, I'm just floored. Maybe I should just stop this video and just watch this.
But how do I get... where do I do this?
So yeah, guys, his content is meaningful, not theirs. Okay? Difference.
It's more just have a few jokes and positive shit today with a bunch of kids on my stream and make an insane amount of money here.
Wait.
And literally, the content they make
Hold up.
doesn't seem to have meaning. It's more just have a few jokes and positive shit today.
Does it? Oh my god. This gets worse and worse. This didn't hit me when I first watched it, prayer hands, but dude, when he talks about his own streams and how he's so much better now, he always tells us his streams are meaningful. He told us here too, but his stream, but in the past he would tell us why they were meaningful. They are meaningful because they're positive. They are that he's funny and all this stuff. He says the things that he describes himself as and puts a negative light on it. And this is the thing that DSP just doesn't understand. He says that, oh, I'm not being mean. But this is framing stuff in a negative way. He's saying like, oh, look at these people. They're doing meme stuff. It's not meaningless content. How is that not mean? Oh, I know why. Because it's stating a fact. But if I'm stating a fact that your streams are boring, you probably get mad at me. Like, Like, people should just talk to him as he talks about other people, and people should just do the meme of DSP. I'm stating a fact. I'm not trying to be mean, but I think your streams are pretty boring because you don't really communicate with us during gameplay, and then see how fast he'll be leaned in on. Like at this point, I mean, see what happens. Fuck it. Do that kind of shit. Do all kinds of variations of that, and just do it. See what happens. If you want to do it. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm orchestrating you guys, because then guys, that'd be fucked up, right? But I mean, it is what it is. People do what they do.
With a bunch of kids on my stream and make an insane amount of money doing it, but they don't do full game playthroughs.
How do you know they don't do full game playthroughs? What if that's not what they want to do on stream? What if they want to do full game playthroughs at home on their own time and just do these for streams? Like, I mean, this is how lame this is. DSP kind of has this attitude that if you do something on stream, it has to be games you play off stream. Like, which is not really fair necessarily, because like with that logic, you could just say, well, guys, I guess Tevin must be a huge fan of that Barbie horse game because he did a video on it. I think it was a stream and then he archived on YouTube, whatever. He did that, and it's like, so does that mean that Tevin plays Barbie games on his own time? Like, this kind of like this fallacy he creates is ridiculous. He says like how, oh, these people don't do full game playthroughs, they play this game. But what if they want to do those games on stream because they don't think that, because they want to experience the story and single player games on their own time? Maybe people want to do their own thing on their streams. Why does it matter? But okay.
Right? You're not going to see them sitting down and playing fucking Cyberpunk, and playing it start to finish or anything.
What if they don't want to play Cyberpunk? Oh, because it must be... Now this dude is saying, oh, well, they're not going to play Cyberpunk because their audience is kids. Says the guy that did not do any romantic things in Fire Emblem, and gets and avoids anything romantic in any game because, you know, he has a wife. But okay, these people who don't want to play games that they might not want to play, they must be doing it because they have a kid audience. Okay.
Anything like that. That's not what they do. Okay? And it was eye-opening to me to see the difference. All right, let me tell you the specific thing that opened my eyes yesterday.
Here we go.
All right? And by the way, I'm going to say this up front. I actually don't know who this content creator was who tweeted this. I didn't even note their name.
Dude, he doesn't even know him, and he's doing this.
I don't know if they're male or female. I don't know who they are.
He doesn't know. Okay. He doesn't know if this is a male or female. Tyler, who has a picture of himself, he doesn't know if he's male or female. Well, guys, I guess we found why we should have pronouns in our bios, I guess. For people like DSP who might need to have their hand held, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to get into that.
Verified on Twitter, something like a ridiculous amount of followers, like 800,000 followers on Twitter. All right?
What?
Insanely popular Twitch channel. Person probably makes, $1 million a year, if not more, streaming.
And then assume how much he makes a year. Again, I think at one point, maybe last year, the year before, someone told him, wow, DSP, don't you make $10,000 a month? And he was like, I make $10,000 a month. Whoever told you that is lying. They're fabricating information, and they're not being honest with you. Okay, they're not calculating their processing fees or anything. Okay, I don't make $10,000. Okay, that's ludicrous. But he is assuming this dude makes $1 million a year just off of assumptions, not even anything remotely factual. like, dude, I at least had the dumb nonsense idea, that bullshit idea, to watch his fucking videos, look at his leaderboards, write down the beginning of the stream and the end of the stream or whatever of how many, like, what was counted on for the top tier and top tip, and I made an estimate of how much he made roughly in like a week. I don't even remember what the length I gave it, but it was a really dumb video that I just did because I was bored. I was honestly bored. That's why I did it. Okay, a little behind the scenes on that one. I was just bored. Honestly. I was like, fuck it, I'll do this. I did that, and I got like near 10,000 out of it, and I was like, dude. Like, at least what I did was I kind of pulled more factual data than DSP did on this guy that made this assumption off of Twitter follower and maybe he checked his Twitch channel. I don't know. I don't even know if he even checked his Twitch channel. He just said he has a Twitch account. So, like, what factual information is he even assuming? Like, I can at least tell you I use his own leaderboard as evidence. But okay. Alright. Okay, DSP. You do you.
Alright. Here's what they posted on Twitter. Alright? It was something to this. I'm paraphrasing here. Man, this gaming drought we're having in December.
It's a slump, but okay.
Fortnite just launched a new season, so we'll be doing that for a bit. But Among Us, I'm tired of playing it. I've been playing it nonstop for the past month and a half, and I really don't want to play that anymore. And there was another game they mentioned. I forget what it was. And then they're like, there's really nothing going on in gaming right now. Man, I might just have to go back to Minecraft. And I'm reading this tweet, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So if you watched his pre-streams, and when DSP goes to the schedule segment, the hype-ass schedule segment, when he talks about December, how many new releases does he talk about? He didn't know when Immortals came out. He was surprised it came out. And Cyberpunk. The tweet specified December being a drought because there's only one game coming out that is big and he probably is not interested in. And he's mad that the guy said that it was there was a drought. Now, DSP, if you go back in time, he has said this many times. Like, he said, what was it, 2018 was like a drought? And 2018 had releases. It had, oh, I don't remember, was Yakuza 6 in 2018? Yeah. Yeah, Yakuza 6 was 2018. We had Yakuza 6, which was a great game. I mean, I don't remember. I have a hard time remembering games, honestly. Oh yeah, guys. How could I forget the greatest game of all time that everyone loved and still talks about, right? God of War. Oh my god.
A gaming drought. Alright? A gaming drought right now. This person is talking about. And I'm like, huh?
Huh? Now, I guarantee, because I think someone even called him out in the past over this, when he went on these little rants about gaming droughts and, oh, there's really nothing coming out this year, people would give him lists of games. Like, oh, look at all these games that are coming out. There's no drought. He would say, yeah, but those are indie games, and I don't care about those games. See what I mean? It's a drought. But this dude had the same attitude, where it's like, yeah, it's a drought because there's, like, no games that I'm, like, really hyped for. What? There's a drought? Cyberpunk? PS5? Xbox Sex? Hello? And it's like, this dude probably doesn't care about Demon Souls, and probably doesn't care about Cyberpunk.
So, just to compare how disconnected that
this guy's disconnected
experience right now, being a live streamer, okay? In the last month, new games that I've started playing and are still playing.
This is like so frustratingly dumb because there's all kinds of gamers. There are casual gamers, hardcore gamers, gamers that like From Software games, gamers that might not love those kind of games, whatever. You think that people who are gonna let's say that I buy a PS5. Let's say I come home and I tell you guys, Sony finally gave Cleo her PS5. Finally. And let's say that Cleo, on the off chance, does not like From Software games. Let's say that Cleo does not like them. She's like, nah, not for me. Do you think Cleo's gonna be like, yeah, my game of the year is Demon's Souls, guys? I don't think Cleo would do that. I don't think Cleo would even be hyped if she didn't care about it. You know what I mean? You know, and that's the other thing. Like, there's probably so many people that are not buying a PS5 at launch because of that. Like, what's really there? Spider-Man, Miles Morales, which is an expansion. Demon's Souls. Well, I mean, you're either into that or you're not. Call of Duty. Okay. Like, I mean, even Call of Duty is barely a mention, and it's like, yeah, what's really there at launch? And I guarantee you, if DSP never, let's say that DSP never got that PS5, he would say that too. He would say, well, you know, people are like say how hyped that PS5 launch is, but you know, actually in reality, it's actually pretty light. You know, it has a remake, an expansion of a PS4 game, and by the way, all these games are PS4, so what's really the hype about, you know? So, like, I hate to say it, but I don't think the PS5 or even the Xbox X has a successful launch. You know, there's really nothing there. But since he has his PS5, he loves it because this dude is not a baby at all. Okay? He's not a baby. Don't you fucking say it. Say he is. My back is itchy. This is the best way to scratch it, okay? So that's why I'm doing this. Leave me alone. That's how we scratch our backs in Greece.
Have completed, let's see, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Yakuza 7, Demon's Souls, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Oh boy, Ask Creed.
Astro's Playroom.
Man, let me tell you.
There's another one.
Oh,
See, I can't even. Oh, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now that's just 6 games I've been playing the last 3 weeks. Then there's Sackboy that I didn't play. I could play Godfall if I felt like, although it looks like I'm going to skip it because everyone's saying it's pretty shitty. Immortals Phoenix Rising comes out tomorrow. Cyberpunk is next week, right? So just think about this, okay? So many games, I can't even remember the names of the games.
But you listed them all, though.
I can't even remember the names of the games. If you're a gamer like me, who you're not just jumping on a stream to play a game while it's virally popular and then you drop it, or you know what I mean?
Wait, so if you're a gamer like Phil, you're not gonna pick up a game and drop it. Does this dude not understand the concept of backlog? So many people get backlogged. I mean, you should see my backlog. It's fucking wild. I have games from like 2015 I haven't beaten. Like I have Judgment. I kind of never went back to. I do want to go back to Judgment though, to be completely honest. The Yakuza Remastered has been sitting in my collection for a while, but I'm finally, getting through that. I'm on Yakuza 5 now. But now I'm playing Yakuza 7, so, I don't know if this is a Splinter, but anyways. Let's see, I have... Oh my god, like, I have so many. Like, Neo 2, Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein, the newer one. Not the Youngbloods one, not that one. The one that had Waifu Destroyer Matt shoutouts in. That one. Let's see, Doom Eternal, I guess, but I mean, I kind of dropped that. Let's see. Watch Dogs 2, Far Cry 5. All these games, and he's acting as if like it's impossible to have a backlog. Like,
I almost want to call him a meme streamer. Your point when you come on a stream is not to do a playthrough, not to do meaningful gameplay content, but all you're looking to do is make a bunch of memeing jokes with kids all day. Okay? And by the way, if you're a gamer like me, who you're not just jumping on a stream to play a game while it's virally popular and then you drop it, or you know what I mean? You're a meme. I almost want to call him a meme streamer. Your point when you come on a stream is not to do a playthrough, not to do meaningful gameplay content, but all you're looking to do is making.
Again, we saw the meaningful content. It speaks for itself, guys. But he's saying that he doesn't meme. So what's this? CF tipped me $2 and he said, will I play, the Quiet B-Run? Hold on. No! That's not memeing. That's not joking around. Oh, no, that's a difference. See, that's moderation. That's moderated memes. But those streamers that do full-on, the meme streamers, they do memes, like, non-stop. But he doesn't watch them, but he knows that's what they do. You know, they go on there and you know, okay, we're going to go back in time when Dat Boy was a meme, a hot meme. The Dat Boy over there, whatever the fuck. I think it was just Dat Boy. You know, those meme streamers were just sitting there on stream. Dat Boy. Which is, like, negative. Like, I just don't know, like, he doesn't even watch the content and he's, like, criticizing it. But he gets mad when people don't give him a chance and they criticize him. But he does the same thing. He doesn't do the same courtesy to other people that he demands of others. So why the fuck should anyone give him a chance when he doesn't give these people a chance? But then he says, "Oh, I don't need to give him a chance because because he always hides behind his chat. He always says, my chat tells me what these streams are about. Oh, they tell me this. They tell me that. I don't need it. I don't need to see them." And it's like, with this logic, that could be how all these other people see it. Oh, well, Phil, you know. These people who dislike you, that watching your content, they're just basing it off of what other people said. And he get mad at you all the same. This dude is such a baby. This is what babies do. And it's ridiculous. It's really pathetic. It's really sad that a 37-year-old man does this. A 37-year-old is acting like this. And it's really sad. It is the saddest thing. You just hate to see it. Oh, I hit OBS because I was proving a point. That's why. Yeah.
Make a bunch of memeing jokes with kids all day. Okay? And by the way, again, I'm not criticizing that kind of content creation and saying it's bad. I'm just saying,
so then,
holy shit.
He's not criticizing it, but they're just giving out criticisms. So saying that they're not putting out content that's meaningful is not criticism. Saying that, like, this dude, if you have to tell us every day, like, it's the same shit as when people say, guys, it's just my opinion, and it's okay if you disagree with me. It's okay. If you disagree, don't worry. But I think the color purple is overrated. Okay? It's that kind of shit. Like, dude, fucking grow up. Get over it.
Shit. Is that so different from what I do? Okay? Seriously. It's so different. Meme streaming for the kiddies is so ridiculously different than actually being a content creator who does playthroughs and...
Meme streaming for the kiddies. How does he know it's for the kiddies? He always assumes all these people who are richer than him do things for kids. He always assumes that. All these people that are successful, they must be attracting kids. That makes no fucking sense. Like, it's insane. These logic jumps is out there. So let's say that one day we wake up in a world where Super Blind Man is so successful as everything. He's a successful dude. Does that mean he has kids supporting him? No, that Super Blind Man, he blew up when he started addressing kids. You know what, guys? The reason why Apple is so successful as a company, they have kids, man. Kids support Apple because kids can afford iPhones and MacBooks and the MacBook Pro and all this stuff. Kids are getting them. They're the main demographic of Apple products. Same with PlayStation and... No, PlayStation's adults. That's not for kids. No. That's for adults. Buy a kid a PS5, you fucked them up for life. They're going to be seeing Bugsnax and they're going to be fucking fucked up. Stanley Kubrick, I guess, to a point, was a successful filmmaker, but, he must be attracting those kids. A Clockwork Orange is the most kiddie movie he made, guys. I would like to see. I would like, if you get kids, guys, if you grow up and you get kids, show them A Clockwork Orange. That's one of his most childish movies. I mean, that's what my parents did. They sat me down when I was 13, maybe even 12, and they're like, Theo, watch this. And man, let me tell you.
Meaningfully covers games. There's these content creators who think there's nothing to do right now. If just being objective about this, with the amount,
I could say that too, because I am interested in Cyberpunk, sure, but I'm not like hyped for it. It's like, yeah, I'm sure it'd be fun. I'm kind of like, I like the style, I like the setting of Cyberpunk, but I am not like, oh, I can't wait for it to come out, man. Oh boy, it's just like, yeah, okay, like. I've said this on Twitter many times. I'm way more hyped for the Cyberpunk anime than I am for the game. Yeah, I said it. The anime is gonna be it's gonna be way better. It's gonna be fucking godlike. Everyone's saying, oh, Trigger is animating it. Ew, I would not pick them. And I'm just saying, like, uncultured swine. They don't know good shit when they see it. Cyberpunk anime is gonna come out and it's gonna be good shit. BNA, Brain of Animal, has convinced me all the same that it's gonna be good shit. So, they could cry about Cyberpunk anime being made by Trigger, but they're gonna be crying. I'll be enjoying.
amount of games that came out in the last month, there's no way you could say there's nothing going on in gaming right now. The only way.
But they're saying that, but they're speaking in their own experience, though. Unlike you, DSP, they're not interested in talking for everyone else. They're talking for themselves. I know, DSP, that's a crazy idea that these people are just talking out of their own experiences, but sometimes we just have to do that.
If you are one of these meme streamers who all you care about is making jokes with kids, well, I'm not going to maintain a viewing audience for Assassin's Creed Valhalla with a bunch of attention. How can I say? Kids with short attention spans aren't going to sit there and.
No, he has had a knack. It's like he does this every day, every year, whenever. He always makes the assumption that the average kid viewer or whatever has short attention spans, which is a very negative thing to say about kids, and it's kind of it is kind of hurtful to say that because it kind of belittles the a lot of people who do like kind of struggle with ADD and ADHD. Like it is a struggle for people because it's not that necessarily that they choose, like they could just turn it off, like there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, sure, some kids may not stick with something and they might move on, but it's also like not necessarily healthy to say that either. I mean, kids, they usually stick with stuff that they're interested in. And it reminds me of this thing that one of the animators who worked on the Green Lantern animated series was talking about. And it was something that they kind of opened up about because they drew a comic illustrating this point of him talking to Bruce Timm about this, who did DSP's favorite fucking thing, the Batman animated series, right? What they were saying was like they showed this to kids in a focus test, and they said it's one of the worst things to judge a show on because a focus test really you learn nothing from them, and the network doesn't understand what they really get out of it. So one of the things they were getting from the Green Lantern was like all these kids were confused. They're like, "What's this? What's that? Are we gonna know about this?" And these are things that like, is natural because you want to know more. And that's the point of like the first episode is to introduce you to all these questions and to get you hooked on the show. So these kids are sitting there like, I want to know more. Oh man, and this and that. And the network just saw that as like, yeah, this show is not that good. Kids don't know what's about. They're asking questions. That's bad. And they said that was a bad thing. The fact that these kids did not understand it. So they kind of was like thinking that this show was gonna do badly. And even Cora had the same issue. A lot of like, not even necessarily the focus test, but mostly the network was really, really like, are people gonna like that the main character is a woman of color? Are they gonna like that? And it's like, It's a character. They're gonna watch it. You know, they might not like it, but you know, I don't think the average viewer is gonna be like, oh, that's a woman. Nope. So like it's all this stuff that goes on with the network, and DSP is that meme. He's the boomer CEO that thinks like we're in the 1950s. You think kids are gonna like this? I mean, they're asking questions. So I don't think they like it. Yeah. They sound like they're confused. Nope. And it's this dumb shit that persists. But you know, DSP ain't a boomer. You know, because he isn't born. He wasn't born with the boomers, but he just happens to think like them. Like it is wild how much he thinks like them. It's pretty scary.
Watch you play.
If you think about it.
They're not going to sit there and watch you play Assassin's Creed. They're not going to sit there and watch you play Yakuza 7. You have to be someone who only plays these virally popular meme games. Among Us, Fortnite, Minecraft. You have to jump on every memeing bandwagon to retain your audience. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if that's what I did every day? I can't. I would hate my life. I seriously would. I would hate coming to stream every day. Every day I just basically got to sit here and do stupid...
You hated going to stream in 2015, 2016, all these years before. You were a Twitch streamer, dude. Come on.
Jokes with you guys. As I play games that are completely frivolous and have no real meaning. They're not meaningful gameplay experiences to sit down and fuck around with Fortnite every day. Now listen, I'm not saying it's not popular, and I'm not saying there's not people who make a living doing it, but everyone knows what Fortnite is at this point.
But he's judging that these people's career is meaningless. Imagine how mad DSP would get if you said that his content is meaningless. You know how mad he'd get? He'd probably ban you. And say, oh, you think my content's meaningless? Well, guess what, dumb fuck troll? Everyone tells me that they love me and my streams. Like... It's so ridiculous. He says this unironically, man.
Right? Me sitting here and playing an actual video game from start to finish and having a fun experience with it and saying, wow, now I can rate that game against...
Is that why he continued playing Okami? Because he loved gaming and he does full playthroughs and it's meaningful. Okami is honestly probably a meaningful game because it has a lot of things to say. Now, that's another one of the games in my infamous backlog. I always want to go back to Okami. I gotta get on Switch because why not? And I don't know why. I got a little bit further on the PS4 version, and I cannot figure out where the rest of the dogs are. You have to find these dogs, and it's like, I don't know why. I'm like, my mind is like, I don't know where this other dog is, and that's what I'm hooked on. Guys, I am going off the rails right now. This is how meaningful his content is. His content is making me think of my own shit. That's how meaningful it is.
Other games that is so different. I almost feel like it's because of where I come from. I come from YouTube. I was a full-time gaming YouTuber who did this for a living for a long time before I became
I thought you came from Evo, dude. Remember when you were Evo playing Street Fighter?
Full-time streamer. Whatever. So for me, I can't even imagine. I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. Look, I played Fall Guys.
What?
I've played Fortnite.
He told us that he wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do the viral shit. And then said, I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. Ooh, nice one.
It's a virally popular game. I'd like to at least give it a shot to see what all the hoopla is about. But I'm not going to become a meme streamer. All I do is I cater to the kiddies to give them...
He played Fall Guys for 2 times a week and hyped it up every time he would even say the title. Don't play this. I'm not playing this for the kiddies. You talked about it like it was for the kiddies. We're gonna play some Fall Guys.
A joke or two every session, and now I make tens of thousands of dollars doing it. It's insane. But that's a whole culture that has evolved.
Again, he's thinking that like just because Fortnite plus streamer plus memes equal $10,000 a day, it's like that's not how it works. Like, if DSP, I would love if DSP just did one stream of Fortnite to prove us wrong, and he, you know what, I would love if DSP did this shit just to get $10,000 and say at the end of it, told you guys, because he makes it sound so easy, like, oh, you can just do it and you'll get it. If you just cater your shit to kids, you'll get the money, and it's like that is so fucking ludicrous to just assume. But whatever. Okay.
It's not even like...
I mean, it's the same attitude he has about detractor restreamers. Oh, the restreamers are doing all this drama and they're making tons of money. And it's like there's so many people who do this kind of content that might actually try to do it for that reasons, which is like whatever. But there are also people that just do it, and they're not any more popular than anyone else. And he acts as if you do this one thing, you'll be there. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. People like what they like, and there's so many people in the sea that it's hard to compete. So him saying that this is so easy to get $10,000, though it's no work. These people, like, had to work their way to get to that point. It's a grind to get there. It's not easy. But DSP acts like it is, and then complains that his work is hard. But if you say that what he does is easy, he yells at you. But he has his attitude about it. And it's like, this is like really toxic and negative, and he should not at all be acting like this. Honestly.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like one of my mainstream viewers here who likes what I do wouldn't even go watch that stuff. They're like, what the hell's the point of that?
How does he know? His audience, actually, honestly, his audience is full of people that watch lol cows. So, yeah, he's kind of right. They would not be watching that kind of content, but they would be watching this kind of content because they watch Wings, LTG, and they do the same kind of shit. The only people that I think that are genuine are Kate, Derek, Rob, Super Blind Man. There might be some odds and ends that are genuine, but I mean, most of them are just there because he's a lol cow, and he thinks that they're genuine. He thinks Dr. Tony Huge is a genuine fan. He's just an ATM because Dr. Tony Huge is probably one of those people that wants these lol cows to continue, so they wail out for them so they can keep doing it. And that's the kind of people that support them. So when you see people who are saying like, oh, why are you supporting these kind of people? They're supporting because they like the lol cow shit. Come on, man. Come on.
You probably can't even understand. You go to their streams and the gibberish going on in their stream chat because there's a bunch of kids memeing. It's like,
okay, all right. So this is what I wanted to do. This is what I want to show you. I'm going to show you guys something. He likes to pretend that they have gibberish. Kids in the chat. Kids in the fucking chat. But I'm going to show you something. Hold up. Hold on. I gotta make sure I got everything set up. Let's get OBS open. Okay. So let's take a look. I'll look at this. Okay. We have 50-bit Quan. So, your favorite heroes are Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne, two guys whose power is unlimited money? Game becoming too difficult for Gramps. OMG, twice in a stream he refunded a real tip. Who benefits from lower property values? Cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks. Imagine using the tech it's telling you to use. Doesn't care about Wing's wife, but cares about Fortnite streamers watching Thanos. I'm getting real fucking tired of Phil constantly taking these 15-minute breaks during stream. Like, what kind of stream takes 15-minute breaks? It should be 20 minutes at least. Phil deserves a longer break. Okay, Swag, it's a nice shitpost. We have pre-streams... Oh my god, why have pre-streams gotten longer recently? 50-bit bitch gang. I was hoping Eternal Break would fare better. What happened to the mod that had the Twitter dedicated to big boobed cartoon box? What? And then you have this. But guys, see, Phil got a tad upset at the commands we secretly add. But guys, they don't have kids in his chat, but they have a mod that added secret chats. He will not lose his sword, by the way, for doing secret mods. But he did yell at another mod for doing that, though. But pretty cool. Oh, the sponsorship is now gone. The sponsorship is now gone. Oh my god, these fucking posts, dude. Look, he has mod shit posting. And he doesn't demod them, he lets it happen. He keeps them around. These mods don't care. These mods don't care. And the only mod he'll probably add would probably be Dr. Tony, who paid his way, which will probably end the same way as these people. So, I mean, I don't... What is this? Kind of long cheer, but I guess it's relevant right now. It seems like gaming culture has now... Oh god. Has now shifted to meme games and spur-of-the-moment trends like Battle Royales, and people don't seem to care about true AAA experiences for some reason. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Any theory on why? I wanted to ask you this on Ask the King, but I don't know if you still do it. Oh my... Carlton Jr. is... That's fucking bait. Alright, I just got a tip from Seymour Butts. It's there. Oh my god, we're gonna live in that. We're gonna have that fucking reality, aren't we? Did anyone just tip me? You can. Okay, we're gonna skip ahead because these are actually like pertinent tips. Let's just try to find chat caps. I mean, I don't know why I was going through all this. This is dumb of me. I'm sorry, but but it'll make sense when we get there. Okay, when we get there. It'll make sense. From Mr. Oh, I have a mature audience that aren't like those kids over there, right? Hey, pretty bitches, what's going on? Did you hear about that Twitch lawsuit? $25 million? It feels like about money all the time. The path to DSP alignment is beset on all sides by inequities of the selfish and tyranny of evil men, blessed by thy Fraga, who in the name of tips and cheers, shepherds the weak through the valley of trolls. For he is truly Jasper's keeper and the finder of lost children. But guys, this is not gibberish and not stupid. These are adults. Which I'm sure that some of them probably are. Snowcarl already died for us. What are we going to do to honor his memory? Well, there was a time when there were several Carls in chat honoring him 24/7. And now we have forgotten him. Honestly, the melee was the best part of the previous COD streams. It's too late, guys. The detractors already won. After the 50-bit bitch incident, they are coming up with a bunch of names for lackluster modes of contribution. If you were a part of the Discord, you would know. Gone where? What do you think? To the place 5-star generals never come back from. Money well spent, retarb. I kind of like that, retarb. What a positive community. Let's see. I'm only going to go after the stuff that's not banned. They are unbanned because of the rubs index fingers together. A-hole's a-hole. But see what I mean? Like, all this is shitposting. And gibberish. If a normie were to go in his chat, they'd be like, what the fuck am I looking at? But guys, DSP has adults. His streams are full of adults. Okay? And not gibberish like the fucking memers out there. Fucking memes.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, man.
This is the biggest thing. The biggest thing on Twitch. I'm not exaggerating. This is where it's gone. This is where gaming streaming has gone. Alright? So, yesterday I'm going on Twitter, and I'm seeing all of these people react to Galactus. The Galactus event, and then they're watching the trailer for Season 5, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of viewers and making tens of thousands of dollars just sitting there watching Fortnite. Alright? And I'm like, I don't think there could be a...
I feel like he's going to do this rant every time there's a trailer for Fortnite. Every time, because I think he said he had a similar rant last time he did a trailer. Yeah, you know what he did? Wait a second, he fucking did. Remember the black hole event? All these people are just staring in front of a black hole. He was doing that shit. He was doing the most, like, ridiculous of rants. And this is like the black hole rant 2.0. And I feel like that we're just going to have these rants forever until like Fortnite like dies, and nothing else can happen like that ever again.
Bigger disconnect between that kind of content and my content. But then I look back at this year at how it went for me, and I look at all the positivity and the fun we've had. The fact that right now we're
Gotta
playing
drink up
great
himself.
new games on PS5, having a ton of fun every stream. I'm like, man, I'm lucky and I'm grateful because I have an audience who comes and likes the kind of stuff that I do, and the stuff that I do, I feel is...
No, I love that. He has been framing content that, okay, let's even humor the idea that all these people who play Fortnite are doing it for kids. Let's just say that. Let's say that. Let's go with that logic, right? He's acting as if people who do kids content hates their job and they're miserable people. So like, you know, the Alcobats who has actually rebranded. They have rebranded themselves to be more of a kids centered band, almost like they're more family friendly now because they do. You know, when you look at their music videos like Pajamas On, whatever the fuck, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, I have an old concert DVD they made. I think it was called like Serious Awesomeness. And that, like, they did a lot of crazy shit that, like, I didn't think they would do. Because I kind of came into the Alcobats around the time when they were kind of like on hiatus for a while, and High Five Soup was like the newest album they were putting out. That's kind of when I came into that band. And I got Serious Awesomeness, and I was like, dude, they did a lot of pyrotechnics. Like, they lit a guitar on fire, they lit their head on fire, they did all this crazy shit. And it's like, whoa. And you see them now, and it's like, different. Because they rebranded themselves to be more of a family band, but they've done that to be more successful, and they still love what they do. I don't think, I have not seen, like, you know, the MC Back Commander, Christian Jacobs, who plays that, like, go in there like, oh my god, I fucking hate being the fucking Back Commander, fucking sucks. Like, he enjoys what he does. All these people that do the Alcabat Super Show, that worked on it, really love doing it. That's why they tried to campaign to bring it back. That's why they had Jack Black in, like, the pilot, almost, like, kind of the Kickstarter video of it, and all this stuff, because they like what they do. But DSP acts as if everyone involved in kid shit hates it. Like, oh, they must be hating their jobs. They hate their jobs. I'm so thankful I'm not in that situation. But what if these people like what they're doing? Like, why does this have to be in such a negative association? And he keeps saying, I'm not trying to shit on them. I'm not being mean. But you're setting it up that way. You're telling us how you're so grateful you're not in that situation. So that's already kind of putting it in a negative direction. Like, this is so, like, petty.
Meaningful, and that's why I enjoy doing it so much. I feel that doing a full-on playthrough of a game from start to finish, taking my time, putting out meaningful content, showing you guys what the truth of the matter is about that game, in my opinion, and then also being able to review it and having those games weigh and balance against each other versus, well, I'm a meme streamer.
Wait,
so
hold up.
putting out
What?
meaningful content, showing you guys what the truth of the matter is about that game, in my opinion, and then also being able to review it and having those games weigh and balance.
Okay, how many reviews has he done? 1 this year. And he's telling us that I review games. You don't review games anymore, DSP. You don't care that much. You don't get enough money to do reviews anymore, remember?
Against each other versus, well, I'm a meme streamer, so all I do every day is I just jump in and do whatever. It doesn't even fucking matter as long as I make a bunch of kids laugh and then they throw me money and then I turn my stream off and that's it. Right? And that's really, it's oh my god, what a difference. I almost compare it.
Wait, what?
It fucking matter as long as I make a bunch of kids laugh and then they throw me money and
so many people, like, oh my god, dude. He says, oh, if I enjoy making content that you enjoy, that's all I need, right? He tells us that pretty much. But these people who put out content that makes kids laugh, they cannot possibly think, well, at least I'm making kids laugh. Like he acts really like kids don't deserve content. Like, they do not deserve to have anything for them. And that blows my mind. To have this attitude about content that might even be aimed for them. It's like a film director, like, okay, I want to make a movie. Like, it's like you going to film school and doing all this stuff, and you're like, I'm doing this because I want to make, like, kids. I want to make a kids show. And then, like, you go in the world, and they're like, this guy, he wants to make kids shows. This dude is greedy, and he's he's gonna sit there and make $10,000 a year forever and be so rich, and he's making kids shows. What a scumbag, right? And it's like, this is like, what kind of stigma is this? And this is what, and to a point, this is what boomers think. Like the toxic boomers, the boomers that are like, that is for kids, that is below me. Ooh, we're gonna have a network for kids, or let's give them a show that's got a lot of gibberish for them. They love gibberish. Dangle keys in front of them, they love that. And it's like a really boomer negative attitude. Like, and this is kind of what people kind of complain about. Like, this is gonna be, I mean, you gotta bear with me on this, okay? Trust me, it'll make sense. You'll understand it. Steven Universe, okay? That show, for the most part, is I kind of fell off that show, but you know that show did have a lot of stuff that was interesting. It had a lot of good ideas and good like genuine direction it wants to go into and all this kind of stuff. It had some good ideas and all that stuff, but it was targeted for kids. And it was a little bit more meaningful, but it had to go against all this stigma of like, kids are not gonna like this. This is like way too confusing. They're not gonna like these complicated things. We need to simplify it, and it gotta be like this. That's why, like, when you look at like even like My Little Pony. I mean, another thing that you gotta bear with me on too as well. But there's a reason. I mean, besides the meme, there is a reason why that like it was the fourth generation was like so popular. Not because like the meme, but it got someone that worked on Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, who made shows that were well made because they knew that for the most part, parents do sit in the same room with their kids. They don't just leave their kids watching TV on their own all the time. So they try to write a show that both the parent and the kid can enjoy together. So they write it that way, so they make it a little more cohesive, so they can both bond over. That's why a lot of shows that are literal gibberish don't really age well, and why probably not a lot of people talk about them. I mean, I'm sure if you think back when you were a kid, there were shows that you probably were like, this show is dumb because it was literal gibberish, and you moved on from it. Like, and DSP believes that the gibberish shows are what kids like, and that's all he sees, and it's all he knows. It's so fucking boomer, dude. It's ridiculous.
And I turn my stream off, and that's it. Right?
Right?
And that's really, oh my god, what a difference. I almost compare it to when I was a kid. There were two kinds of cartoon shows that I would watch.
Oh,
right?
And it does. You know what? This was subconscious.
Where every episode.
Because when I watched this, you talked about this, and I guess it subconsciously planted seeds in my brain about cartoons. So, sorry.
Cartoon. That show resets. Two kinds of cartoon shows that I would watch. All right.
Well, this is dumb though. Let's talk about this.
Cartoons where every episode of a cartoon, that show resets, and it doesn't matter if you missed the last 10 episodes or not. You can watch that episode from start to finish, and you can enjoy it. All right. But then there were shows that had continuity, and whenever I watched a cartoon that had continuity.
So this dude did not like Looney Tunes, really. I bet you anything he would love Looney Tunes, but this is what's garbage though about this. He's like, I like cartoons. This is such a snooty thing to say, and this sounds so, oh my god, dude. It sounds so much like those fucking people who are like, cartoons are so much more than just for kids now. They have storylines and character development. A lot of people belittle cartoons because of that. And I know I said earlier about Steven Universe and all that stuff, but I'm also willing to understand, like, there are different styles of cartoons. And, I do like that shows are having a little bit more continuity with them. And there are more shows that are trying to venture more into that, like Lost Airbender, Korra, Batman the Animated Series for the most part, but even that kind of resets on their own too. But those shows were designed like that. like if you take a show like The Simpsons and you try to add continuity to it, it's not going to work very well. Because that's not the kind of show that it's trying to be. Some shows don't have that in mind when they design. Like Looney Tunes would not fully work if it didn't have continuity. Like, this is a really ridiculous point to make, that he's trying to belittle cartoons for not being something that they're not designed to be. But whatever.
I felt like that show took me seriously as a.
And again, he negifies, but that's more like a neggy thing. But negative, he just makes it more negative, that like anything that he doesn't like, they don't take you seriously. But the things I like take you seriously, and it's like that's not the case. Like, things reset because they have to, because that's not the show. Like, Looney Tunes is not about, like, the whole point of Looney Tunes was that it's a slapstick show. It's a show that had these little vignettes, because it was like these small little stories just doing dumb shit, and a lot of are just mostly focused on comedy, and there's a lot of soul and passion put behind that. Like, look at Animaniacs. Animaniacs is the same thing. Sure, you could argue that there's some continuity with it, but it's very, like, minuscule. Even the reboot's the same. Like, that the show works because it's not trying to be this continuity piece, and it's not trying to be anything else. It's hey, we're just gonna do goofy shit, and we're gonna do some funny things, enjoy. And it's like, yeah, okay, like that's pretty much it. Like, and that's kind of where it thrives, because it's so focused on that. But man,
the viewer, and actually like appreciated my viewership, because they knew that if you watched the shows in order, you'd have an ongoing, robust plot line. That was actually way more meaningful than just a throwaway cartoon show.
But Looney Tunes was not. But like, oh my god, this is so fucking stupid, because people can get real meaningful stuff out of Looney Tunes and all that shit. Like, you know, me and my brother got really like we get along. This is gonna sound like we don't, but we do. We really like hung out a lot when Tiny Toons was on. Like, I remember, like, every time there was a new episode, me and my brother would run to the TV to watch it. And I also remember, oh my god. So it would be a Saturday morning block that we would get, Kids WB, right? So we watched that. We're like, oh man, new Pokemon. Oh boy, me and my brother would be like excited. We'd both eat breakfast together, and we would like talk about it, like. It was wild. We would do that, and then like we didn't actually, no, I take that back. We never got to see new Pokemon, and I'll tell you why. So we watched the Animaniacs, Tiny Toons. So right when the new Pokemon would start, we would get this thing that would interrupt the fucking cable. That was it was called Celebration of the Eucharist. It would happen every Saturday, and me and my brother would sit there and be like, why does this go on? Like, we could not figure it out, because our dad would be golfing, because he loved golf, so he would go there. My mom doesn't watch TV. She would go walking as well. She would do her own thing. And me and my brother were just like, why the fuck is this on? Who in this house is watching this? We're the only ones here. Like, it confused us. We were both like just sitting there like, what's going on? And to this day, I honestly don't know. I don't know if we were the only ones that got affected by the fucking Celebration of the Eucharist. It would be a fucking black and white thing, and it would be a very slow moving thing, and it would just be like, and it was miserable. We were like, and every week we'd be pissed off, because like we would sit there like, all right, new Pokemon, and then that would happen, and then right as it ends, all right, that's it for Kids WB. Now we're on to normal networking. I'm like. And we were both like, we got fucking robbed of a fucking Saturday morning cartoon. And I still think about that, because it for some reason, it felt like a deep blow. It was bullshit. But apparently, we cannot bond over that, because it's meaningless, dude. It's throwaway content. Okay.
What's hilarious about this, I remember when I was growing up, there were 2 Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons.
Hedgehog?
One was The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and that one was literally just a throwaway cartoon show, almost like Looney Tunes, where every episode there were the silly, very cartoonish henchmen of Dr. Robotnik who would do silly cartoonish things trying to catch Sonic, and he would always foil them. And that would be the show. It didn't matter if you saw an episode, there was no continuity. Then you would watch the other Sonic the Hedgehog show. It was way more mature themed, ongoing plot lines. People actually died in the show.
What?
For a kid, that was something that was appreciated. Like I said, the show that I liked the most
was it Underground
Batman, because that show was very adult oriented. It was very similar to the Tim Burton Batman movie.
Oh, that is an insult. I would not say they're like the Tim Burton movies. I mean the Tim Burton. I don't know. I need to rewatch them because when the Tim Burton movies came out, they came out at a time where I did not like live action. I was like, oh no, they need to be cartoon. But the animated series is not an ongoing plot, as DSP likes to think. For the most part, for most cases it is. Like they kept some stuff in continuity, but it was very minimal stuff. Like you can watch, like for example, his Silicon Soul, great episode. You don't need to watch the Hardak episode to follow along with that, because it kind of tells you everything you need to know, and it's like, oh, okay, like, and everything resets. Batman suffered multiple injuries, and the next episode he's like walking around swinging on buildings and shit. Like it did reset for the most part. Like they never really explained most of the times that when Joker broke out of Arkham or anything, and a lot of it was isolated. And there was I don't think it was a commentary. I think it was like a behind the scenes kind of special they did for Justice League Unlimited. I think it was either the first series of Justice League or Unlimited, where Bruce Timm was even saying, like, when they were doing that show, when they were making it, the original plan was for those to be completely different and separated from the animated series. They did not want to retread that. They were like, because they were saying, like, yeah, when we were doing this, when we were doing Justice League Unlimited and all this stuff, and we were like drafting the show out, we did not want to retread or continue off of that. We wanted this to be its own thing, completely separate from that. But he was like saying, as development was going on, it just happened to be easier to connect the two, so they didn't have to go through the origin story again. So like they kind of just did that because they were kind of lazy, but it benefited them and allowed them to do better stories. But they initially just didn't want to do that because they did not want to do that for that show. They wanted, because that's how they designed these shows, that there was no continuity initially, and DSP's acting as if there was, and it's like, that's not the case. It was all circumstance. If you really go into the nooks and cranny and the trivia of the animated series line of shows, these shows were not meant to have a deep story, as a lot of people see now when they look back. It's pretty cool, huh?
And because there was continuity, because there was continuation.
That's me talking as a true fan.
So imagine you're a streamer, and at any given day, anyone could just tune into your stream and see you acting like a fool, playing one of these viral games, and you get insane popularity for it, and you're making tons of money. This is who you are. Oh my god, it's the new Fortnite event. I literally have to drop everything in my life to play this Galactus event and watch the fucking launch trailer for Season 5 because you get tons of money. This is who you are.
DSP gets a lot of money to put on a vest and to wear glasses and people making fun of him. That's who he is, guys. He's a whore. He puts on clothes for money, but he does it because it's meaningful. Putting on that vest is meaningful. Oh my god, dude. I don't want to... Oh my god, it's going to be... The vest is symbolism that we persevere. This video...
I literally have to drop everything in my life to play this.
I thought it was going to be like 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Because I'm going to have...
Boy, I'm dumb. Fuck me.
Today for this frivolous content versus someone who's like, okay, I've planned out a set schedule for everyone.
Like, he literally thinks that it's easy just to stream. He has his attitude about these people who do these frivolous streams. Like, that's like those cartoons that don't have ongoing plots. Like, he doesn't think that it takes work to make those shows. You think making Looney Tunes, it's like easy? You think that they just say, alright guys, the Roadrunner is just gonna get the Coyotes. The Coyote's trying to get the Roadrunner. And it's like, yeah, but what's he gonna do? No, man, he just does stuff. He just does wacky things. He just does faces. And it kind of goes into DSP's comedy styling. It's so lazy. It's just he plays games and he's like, when everything's something happens, oh my god, ah, ah! He does these faces and he's like, and it's like very simple shit. And he criticizes people for doing that. Like, okay.
Here's the games I'm playing this week. We're going to make major progress. We're going to see how these games are. Nice ongoing story, nice ongoing playthrough. It's so different.
Wait, what?
Got a set schedule for everyone. 100,000 viewers on my stream and make $20,000 today for this frivolous content versus someone who's like, okay, I've planned out a set schedule for everyone.
But that's lame though. Like, I don't mind schedules when it's like whatever, but it's like, it's so stupid. What if people just want to just relax and have fun streaming?
Here's the games I'm playing this week.
Like, now I like how he's like, oh man, it'd be so grind. I would hate to do that. What I like what I'm doing, and what he describes sounds so much like a fucking chore. I have to sit down, make a schedule out the games I'm gonna play, continue the games, remember where we left off, continue that, and it sounds worse. It sounds lame.
We're going to make major progress. We're going to see how these games are. Nice ongoing story, nice ongoing playthrough. It's so different. It's seriously different. And what's hilarious is right now there's two groups of people in my stream chat. There's people who understand completely where I'm coming from and are like, okay, I get it. You like doing this because what you're doing is more serious, more ongoing, more different. And then there's dumb fucks who are like, there's people who understand completely where I'm coming from and are like, okay, I get it. You like doing this.
It doesn't mean much when you don't watch these other people's content. You don't know what their content's like, and how is this content mature? It is funny. The only thing you see when you see his fans is either people his age that are like KG, or you get people like Derek who are actual kids. You don't ever see people in between or anything. It's like either end of that spectrum. And he's acting as if like, you guys know I do serious content. Okay.
Because what you're doing is more serious, more ongoing, more different. And then there's dumb.
Now look at the ongoing nonsense he has. It's so lazy. The only thing that's ongoing in his content. Now, okay. Oh my god, dude. You know what? You know what you could do? You could take just his audio, his commentary, and just put on another game, and it will be identical, almost near identical. You can even do it with the face cam. You could even mute the audio, take the face cam, put it in any other playthrough, and no one will know you did that. The only thing that you might be able to that people will know is the month of the like if the game came out in October and you put the Christmas stuff over, it's like, okay, I know that's not right. You know, like if you're playing Amnesia, Jesus. If you're playing Amnesia and you put the Christmas face cam over that, you're gonna know. But like you can do that with any playthrough. It's so minuscule. The only thing that you'll know what game he's playing is either things he points out. Like he might say, "Oh, look at the Metropolis." You'll know it's like fucking New York. Oh, I'm slinging around. You know he's talking about this. Like it's so like minuscule how different. Like for the most part, a majority of his content, it sounds near identical with most games. And he's acting as if, "Oh man, you come here and it's different." It's like, I respect you because I'm showing you something different. But these cartoons that he's comparing the meme streamers to, they show different episodes though. Each episode's different though. All the same. This like Looney Tunes and Animaniacs, Tiny Toons, all these shows has more variety in their content than DSP has in his content. He claims to be a variety streamer, by the way.
So we're like, he's just serious? Yeah, the dumb fucks who don't deserve to be here because they're not here to actually watch. They're just here to shit.
Then why are they banned?
All right, they think this is their toilet. It's not.
Well, I mean, they're not banned, so it is their toilet, TBH.
The truth is, I really enjoy what I do.
Like, okay, with that logic, this is another dumb thing to point out, but it's like if someone just comes to your house, moves in while you're there, and you're like, "This isn't your house, dude." It's like, "Oh yeah?" And you're like, "Yeah, man, it's not your house." But you do nothing to get him out. You don't call the police. You don't push him out. You just tell him that, and you just sit there. And you're like, "Yeah, this is not your house." He's living there now, dude. He's not leaving. He's staying there. What are you gonna do?
The reason I do it is because I feel there's meaning to it. People tell me to this
day.
day.
He feels there's meaning to it. Therefore, it has meaning. So what if the meme streamers feel that his content has that their content has meaning?
They've been following me for years, and I'm their go-to guy when it comes to video game playthroughs and ongoing content. And
So
that's why
they go to them for the ongoing content, and they don't go to the meme streamers for that. So you're telling me, DSP, that they're not gonna watch a streamer that's not doing the thing they're looking for, but they're gonna go do a streamer that's offering what they're looking for. Whoa, man, it's almost like there's different types of content. Like, and I know he's like, I know there's different kinds of content. People like what they want. I'm not saying that they can't like it. I'm saying that what they're doing is meaningless. Like, and that's like bullshit. It's such a cop-out. He's not sure, okay, sure. He's not insulting the person. He's not insulting the content, but he's belittling it. He's kind of he's painting it negatively. Like, just take what he said about these people and throw it back at him, and he'll be mad. He'll take that as an insult. So like that highlights the hypocrisy. And he does this all the time. And it's so fucking petty and childish. But
they're still here and they still support, because I haven't really changed. I mean, yeah, I've changed for the better. I don't do the immature content I used to do, the stupid sexual jokes, and I'm a more mature guy.
Now he's about poop, pee-pee, and up the butt than boobs, as DSP would say, pussy. I mean, I don't know if YouTube's gonna like that. Vaginas, women. He's it is kind of sexist for DSP and misogynistic to assume that sex jokes are only pertaining to women. I mean, that's pretty sexist, DSP. That's misogynist.
And it's more about just having a good interactive time with you guys on a daily basis while I'm doing these meaningful ongoing playthroughs and covering games.
Yeah, the game is meaning. That's the meaningful. It's the game, not him. Man, imagine if your content was so dependent on the game. And you know what, he says this, and he's like, oh, these people, they do all this stuff to retain their audience. My audience is not like that. But how many times have we heard him complain that his audience is disengaged? Oh, they're not interested. They're not keeping up a conversation. They're not interested in this. He said that about Yakuza. He said that about Dragon Quest Builders. He said that about so many games that people were disengaged and not talking to him. But he doesn't have to retain an audience like those other streamers that are meme streamers. But guys, don't worry. DSP is not fucking negative. Don't you dare say he is, you bitch. Okay? Let me tell you.
Reviewing games against each other, etc. That's what they really like about my content.
But you don't review games.
Just there for the memes and the lulls to attract the kiddies to get a few bucks here or there. Which
he says that the vest is an ongoing meme. The vest is a meme in his streams. He has the no meme. He has all these memes, but he's not a meme streamer. The Silvano thumb is not a meme. Okay.
Adds up to tens of thousands of dollars a day, which is ludicrous that these are the top people on Twitch, but it's a whole different culture. Like I said, I'm not in with the e-gaming, the esports culture. It's huge. It's some of the biggest stuff out there. I know nothing about it. I've never been into it. So this other new...
He's not into esports, but he always cloud chases Sonic Fox for winning a trophy or whatever the fuck. He cloud chases everyone in esports, but he doesn't know anything. But man, let me tell you about esports.
Bubble that has emerged the past few years, the meme streamers, has become bigger than anything else on Twitch. And I'm looking at it like, you gotta be kidding me. These are people who have like 1 million viewers or 1 million followers or more on Twitch, and all they do is stream the meme games. Like, Jesus, that's the most furthest from what I would ever want to do. Okay? So, what this did, when I observed this...
You're trying to see why he did not tweet this, right? Man, I wonder why he didn't want to tweet this, huh?
Yes. Okay? What this did is it made...
It's almost like he just wants to rant at his echo chamber and never worry about people being, like, having different opinions. It is pretty funny.
Appreciative of you, the viewer. of you guys who are here every day and support what I do.
And again, more negative to these other content creators. So I respect you because I don't do this, I don't do that. It's the same shit when he, like, I didn't do a video. I was close to doing a video on it, but when the elections were new and fresh, right? He was saying that the streamers and content creators telling you to vote and to care about the election, to do all that stuff, they don't care about you because they're telling you to vote. They're not preaching your intelligence. But what if they just want to start a conversation? What if they just want you to be aware of that? Because some people may not be aware. Some people might need to be told that. Who fucking cares what they do, right? But this is better, right? Okay.
I do. Because I'm like, dude, you know, I'm lucky to be able to still do what I love the way that I do it. And I didn't have to change. I didn't have to say, okay, I got to change my entire formula now to just be a meme streamer like everybody else. All right? I have to, because I can't survive. No, the truth is, you guys have allowed. I didn't have to say, okay, I got to change my entire formula now to just be a meme streamer.
He has changed his formula before, though.
Like everybody else. All right? I have to, because I can't survive. No, the truth is, you guys.
But he has done that, though, to survive. See, this is what's... And you know what? If you go back to when he was, when he lost his AdSense, or it was either the AdSense debacle or just both, when DSP Gaming was deleted, he literally said what he would have to do because he said, like, he was asking his chat, well, what do you guys should do? And, like, I can't get my YouTube channel back. I mean, that's it. I might have to be a Twitch streamer and do the viral things now. I might have to do like Fortnite. I might have to do like the viral content, you know? I would have to put my head to the ground and listen to what you guys say to see what's the viral thing and play that. Drop what I'm doing and do that. Do a stream of like stuff that's like viral popular. He literally was humoring the idea in 2018, and he's telling us in 2020 that he would never do this because he never had to. But he was considering it in 2018 because you want to know why he doesn't have to? Because what he's doing now is successful, but he's not thinking of, oh, what if this goes away? If this goes away overnight, he's gonna do this. He'll become a meme streamer overnight if he has to, because that's what he is. That's why, like I've said about DSP many times, if you want him to change to become something, don't give him money. He has to fail. Like, usually you would think that people would just grow when they get more money. Like, oh, they're making like this much money, they're just gonna naturally expand what they're doing and do more stuff. But not with DSP. He makes more money, he stays the same the more often. But if he makes less money, he might change. You might see that change. Because he only became a Twitch streamer, he only returned to Twitch when YouTube wasn't doing so hot. When that wasn't going well, when he lost Machinima, he then decided to accept shoutouts and did leaderboards and to do tips and all this nonsense. Only when he wasn't making enough money. But when he was making a lot of money, I tell you what, he's never changing. Because what he's doing is fine, he'll never change. But man, he's making no money, he'll change.
Have allowed me to do what I love. And I'm so grateful for that I can meaningfully cover games, play full playthroughs, have fun while interacting with you guys, having a good time. This year has been such a positive year for me because of you. All right? And I appreciate
Nice
that.
burp.
I really do. I feel that there's enough room in the landscape of things for a content creator like myself, a content creator who's in esports, and a content creator who's a meme streamer to all be successful and not eat each other up. Because sadly, I hate to say it, pretty much that's what's happened on YouTube is once you had something that became virally popular, it just ate everything else up. And it was very hard to even retain any kind of a viewing audience anymore because only that one type of content creator, the drama content creator, would get to the top of YouTube. You wouldn't even be able to find anything else. Right? It just, their algorithms push everything else to the side.
He acts as if, like, if you type in, like, Assassin's Creed, you're gonna get drama from Keemstar and H3 if you just do that. Oh, I wanna see Assassin's Creed. Oh, what the fuck? Keemstar and H3 are at it again? Oh, fuck. Like, that's what he acts. Like, if you just do that, that will happen. But, like, he'd be in the same position as he is on Twitch. He'd just be where he is, and he'd get the same amount of views, and he'd get the same amount of money. Really doesn't matter.
Like it doesn't exist. And on Twitch, I feel like I have a place here where people know who I am, they can find me, and they like my content, and I appreciate.
That's why he grows so much, right? That's why he has the same amount of views, and only one person gets subs, because people find him, man.
Appreciate that, because it could be very different. It could easily be, oh well, you know, you get pushed to the side just like you were on YouTube, because YouTube just decided one day they want.
He doesn't have a partner manager anymore. No one takes him seriously anymore on Twitch, but he's not pushed aside, guys.
As their top shit. Not so much over here. Here, I can have a lot of fun just doing what I'm doing, and having a good time, and enjoying things at my own pace, covering them the way I like, more, in my opinion, more mature content, and that's a great thing. That I don't have to, oh my god, there's a new Fortnite event today, so instead of playing the hot new releases that I've really enjoyed for the past few weeks, I gotta drop everything to play Fortnite for 2 weeks. What? Fuck no, I'm not doing that. You know? Thank God I don't have to do that. I don't have to bow and kowtow to that kind of shit.
Wait, what?
Fuck. Oh my god, there's a new Fortnite event today, so instead of playing the hot new releases,
oh, we're back to being negative about Fortnite.
Weeks, I gotta drop everything to play Fortnite for 2 weeks. What?
Wait a second. Wait. This is bullshit. Wait a second. This is confusing because the guy was wanting to go back to Minecraft, not Fortnite. This dude, he never mentioned Fortnite. He mentioned Minecraft, and he's like talking about Fortnite. This dude is slandering Fortnite. This dude has a hate boner, man, obviously. But I also think that what he's doing, I know what he's doing. I see you. What he's doing is that he's trying to write the algorithm of, because everyone has been talking about that Fortnite DMCA shit I mentioned earlier, and he's writing the algorithm but being completely different. Aka clickbait. Or algorithm bait, I should say. I feel. Whatever, fuck it.
Fuck no, I'm not doing that. You know? Thank God I don't have to do that. I don't have to bow and kowtow to that kind of shit.
But he kowtows to Twitch. He kowtowed returning to Twitch. He said weeks before going back, I would never go back to Twitch. I would much rather lose the house than go back to Twitch. He fucking said, he either said he'd rather be homeless, or he said, like, I would much rather struggle on YouTube than to be on Twitch. It was one of those two things, or both. It was 2016, okay? Who really remembers? But he said that Twitch is a bad business. They push subs, product, and all this stuff. It's not for gamers and all this stuff. Like, you know, he told us he would never go back to Twitch. He then kowtows to Twitch, sucks their dick, never criticizes Twitch for anything unless it interferes with his money. And then when he does criticize them, it's very, like, roundabout. He's like, yeah, Twitch is stupid because they did this one thing, but that's okay, man. It is what it is, right? Yeah, it's the way of the land. But when it was on YouTube, fuck YouTube. They deserve to be fired and homeless, and their family should starve. Like,
you know, that kiddie audience, that viral, I only watch it because it's popular style audience, will go and watch frivolously whatever the hot new thing is. That's kind of like the.
But this dude has also came out and said, like, he makes these pre-streams, he does these pre-streams specifically to please the audience in his chat that want to bait him and shit, pretty much.
Rise and fall of Fall Guys.
But okay.
They were very popular for 2 months and then died completely when Among Us became the virally popular thing. It's fucked up. You know? It's fucked up how that happens. So, thank God that's not me.
Thank God, man.
Thank God. I love games.
Yeah, that's why he added a face cam, a leaderboard, pop-ups, because he doesn't kowtow to the generic shit, right? Because literally what he has is the most generic setup for a streamer to have. Like, this is the bare minimum, pretty much. And he's acting as if this is some cool thing. But this is like what a a boomer would assume a Twitch stream would look like. It's the meme that DSP's been pushing for streamers ever since he was on YouTube. Oh, that's why on Twitch you see people with face cam, leaderboards, pop-ups, because that's what they do. That's what Twitch streaming is all about. He goes to Twitch stream, he immediately does all the things that he said are the memes.
Games,
but he doesn't kowtow to the trend, but he did the basic trend for Twitch.
I feel like my audience is very similar to me. You guys love games as much as I do. You're serious about gaming. It's a part of your life. It's a part of the culture of what you do.
Culture,
you're not just here
the
to
gamer
sit here
culture.
For a couple jokes and you move on. You're not here to just sit here and watch a viral game and then, oh well, on to the next joking bullshit.
Then why do you play Bugsnax and Fall Guys?
Games. I know some people say, oh, he said real games. That means he's saying Fortnite's not a real game. No, what I'm saying is Fortnite is a frivolous game. Fortnite is a game.
So you're not calling it a real game then? So you agree with that then?
Game where you jump in, jump out. You don't have like I said, like those cartoon shows.
This dude played Street Fighter for every Friday. Every Friday he played Street Fighter. Is that a cartoon? This dude is shitting on this, but he did Now, this dude is saying all this, but he structures his streams like it's a TV show. Yeah, every day is a certain game, and that's his schedule. I'm just curious. I'm gonna go to his Twitter. I want to see. This video is way too long than it needs to be. Oh my god, I'm not getting. I type DSP, I get like troll accounts, of course. I typed the full thing. That's pretty cool. So let's scroll. Let's go through the media. I think the only difference here this week is that Yakuza is a Thursday stream, but Wednesday was. Oh, no, that might be actually different because I don't think he did Wednesday last week. Spider-Man. I think Wednesday was Ask Creed last week. Yeah. So I guess he's kind of changing it up a little bit, very little, baby steps. But for the most part, like the chill streams and all that, like it's very routine, like a cartoon show. And he's saying like, well, I don't put out a cartoon show.
You don't have to watch every piece of content. There's nothing there to it. It's a fucking battle royale game that got virally popular because it was free to play, cartoony. Kids loved the
Street Fighter's cartoony. They're hand-drawn sprites.
Fucking cartoony gameplay of it, and streamers realized they could get kids to watch their content if they constantly put out meme content with it, and that's what happened. It got insanely positive viewership and following because of that. That doesn't mean that it's an amazingly meaningful game. It's not. Anyone could just...
He keeps going to the game, but what if the stream is meaningful to them? Oh, this dude made me funny. Remember the meme mails he got in that Christmas special he did? Dear Darkside Phil, I want to say that I was getting a treatment for this illness, and your content made me laugh. And he did that like that shit? Oh man, let me tell you. Like that shit. What if that shit happened to, like, fucking Ninja, dude? And he always goes, he went on this year to go on and on and on about, I was your normalcy. Oh, I distracted you from the chaos of the world. But these people doing cartoony nonsense shit, that's meme. Below me, dude. That's stupid. Okay.
Pick it up, play it for 5 minutes, see what it is, put it down, and never play it again. You've seen Fortnite. But compare that to some of the really cool, meaningful experiences that I'm having right now with the games I'm playing on PS5. It's like night and day. And that's why I don't care about fucking Fortnite, right? That's why I don't care about jumping in to every new Galactus event. Who gives a fuck? Right? It's the same game.
Okay.
I don't know. But anyway, thank you for allowing me.
Street Fighter is the same game. You play it every week.
Okay. Thank you for allowing me to cover games in a way that has continuity, has meaning, and that we all kind of get something positive out of it.
Continuity.
I get the feeling people like me aren't going to be around much longer. has content. Okay? Thank you for allowing me to cover games in a way that has continuity.
He sounds like like a baby wrote this speech for him. Like this is like reading a school report. Thank you, teacher, for teaching me stuff in class, and it's really unique and fun and cool. I really enjoy the lessons you give us every day, and you allow us to grow and nurture our abilities as students and people of the planet, especially in the United States of America, the country where we preside in currently.
Has meaning, and that we all
that
get
you know what that's
out of the experience.
That's how you know someone is being genuine with you. They have a prepared. They tell you stuff that sounds like a prepared speech. That's how you know they care about you, which is ironic coming from DSP because he. Remember that time when all these corporations were doing the blackout on their Twitter stuff, and just like, oh wow, yippee. He mocked them for that, but does the same shit. He does the same shit with his streams. He just gives you meaningless praise for doing the bare minimum, just showing up. It's like, oh, thank you, I appreciate. He has a fucking fill in the blank fucking shout outs. Thank you, insert name, for the insert amount. Really appreciate that. No, insert the amount, insert method. I appreciate that. But this dude is acting as if he really means it, but it's just constant that. And then he gives us the fake is it crocodile tears? You guys really mean a lot to me, you know. I tear up when I read stuff like that. You know? You know, I cry. But people tell me every day that Cleo's when you see her little feet, her little paws on your feet, and you say that she means so much to you. It really makes it worth it, you know. That's pretty much what he gives you, and I give you the same kind of turnaround that DSP does when he finishes those segments.
I get the feeling people like me aren't going to be around much longer. I don't mean me in particular. What I'm saying is like people who are doing things, covering things like I do, positive out of the experience. I get the feeling people like me aren't going to be around much.
Yes, no one does playthroughs at all on Twitch. No one. Zero people. DSP, don't worry. I'm here. I'm doing a full playthrough of Persona 3 more than you ever did. I'm doing the answer. You never did the answer, DSP.
Longer. I don't mean me in particular. What I'm saying is like people who are doing things, covering things like I do. If anyone wants to make it big on Twitch, just like it used to be on YouTube, you want to make it big on YouTube, you got to become a drama content creator, right?
Oh, but I thought there was enough room on Twitch for this, though. He just told us that there's enough room for everyone to succeed, but now it's like you gotta conform to the model. So there is no room. Which one is it, DSP? Is there room or is there no room?
Right. Over here, it's going to be, you want to make it big on Twitch, you got to be a meme streamer. You just got to jump on every viral thing.
I don't think that's true, though.
Kiddies, and that's all you do. You know? Oh my god, we're in a gaming drought.
Literally, like, the voice actress of An, did a full playthrough of Persona 5 Royal. I mean, and now she's doing, like, not whatever, but, you know, she's doing stuff, man, and things.
What planet do you live on? Right now, we're in one of the biggest gaming splurges of content I've ever seen in my life. Like I told you guys, this is the busiest end of the year in like 5 years. I've almost never seen, besides that 1 year about 5 years ago when we had like Dragon Age Inquisition. But
again, this is coming from a guy that has a PS5, that has all these consoles, that bought all these games. Like, these people may not be interested in all of that. Like, DSP, not everyone just buys everything day one, okay? So, and some things they may not care about. This is so fucking stupid.
And like 7 other games that I was playing at once. This is the first time end of the year that I have so much new content to do. And to have someone,
I really have to go to the bathroom, and I'm punishing myself for this.
Say, we're in a gaming drought.
So,
like, my god, is that a
you're welcome, everyone.
From what I do. Like,
and I'm hungry.
Completely different content.
The double whammy
phenomenon
is happening.
what I'm doing here on Twitch. You know.
But we're almost done. We're almost done.
Anyway, that's just something that content creation. That's a completely different cultural phenomenon that I wanted to talk a little bit about on pre-stream. What? Let's see.
Wait.
Won't move. Rants.
He does say something else I want to bring up.
Once again, won't move.
DSP and I are both struggling right now. You can decide which one is struggling more.
What's hilarious is that there's still people who don't have it. Like someone just said, yeah, okay, so their content is frivolous, but they make 10 times more money than you. Okay, so you just made my point. 10 times more money, but who cares if what you're putting out there is just junk? You know what I mean?
Who cares? The people who give them money care? Maybe the people who give them money thinks it's meaningful. Look how stupid this is. See how unfair it is? People give him money, oh, that must mean it's meaningful. But people giving those people money, nope, that's not meaningful. It's cartoon. It's bullshit. It's trash. This is just jealousy, and I've seen people who kind of have like similar things to say, but they're pretty self-aware. They usually admit that they're jealous, usually for the most part. But DSP is the only person who I follow that is not even willing to admit it and own it.
In my opinion, that content is made for a very, very frivolous audience, a fickle.
How are they frivolous and fickle when they keep coming back and giving them money? You would think it'd be more fickle for people to come in, they give them money, then they leave and never come back, right? But no, these people who give them money and are regulars in their chats, those are fickle. Okay.
Audience, right? If you're putting out junk joke content every day, again, the cartoon show, that's Looney Tunes versus an ongoing narrative show. I want to be the one that's the ongoing narrative. The one that has.
But people like Looney Tunes. People can get meaning out of Looney Tunes.
And wow, that's amazing. Wow. All I remember about that streamer is the time that he did the banana suit conga line in Fortnite. That was really amazing when they did.
Okay, he says this, but what does he remember of Batman? What does he remember? Does he remember the minute episodes? The obscure one? I highly doubt he doesn't even know what the fuck Hardak is. He doesn't know what a Hardak is, guys. He doesn't know that episode. He doesn't know the one where, this one, I'm afraid to spoil it, but it's an old fucking show. I'm sure you guys know it, but, there's one where they actually introduce a third personality within Two-Face, which, I actually gotta say this. I want to say this. This is gonna be a fucking Batman segment right now. Okay, guys? Welcome to Batman Land. But, why didn't anything continue off of the fucking judge personality that the fucking Two-Face said? That was so fucking rad. Like, I'm serious. That was so cool. Like, it was this thing where it was like, oh man, this one guy is passing judgment. Who is he? This is a new villain. And it's like, can't be Two-Face. No way. And all this stuff. And then, like, it's revealed that it is Two-Face. The whole split personality was so fucked up that his subconscious formed another identity to rein those two in. And it was the most... I was like, this is so fucking rad. And no one after that ever tried to do that again. I mean, I don't know, but I haven't read the comics, to be honest. I mean, maybe the comics did that. I'll be honest, I'll be fair and say that, but that was so cool. I doubt this fucker knows that. I don't even know he knows that episode. I doubt he knows it. There's Roxy Rocket. Ryoko from Tenchi, it was like my first waifu and all that, but, Roxy, if I saw that episode when I was a kid, she probably would have been my first, because, like, I watched her, I was going through all the show at one point, and when I got to that episode, I was like, Roxy Rocket's fucking cool! Where was she my whole life, dude? It's like those moments.
Conga line across the whole game instead of actually playing it, and he made like 4 million views, and he made like $1 million on that video. What?
But again, apparently kids cannot have content for them. And the people who make content for kids, they don't deserve the money. They don't. They're scumbags. Sorry, Looney Tunes scumbags. Everyone's been ranting and raving about Animaniacs. Steven Spielberg, Me That for Kids. Scumbag. Greedy fuck. He did kitty content. He's not a true auteur like Phil is.
Wow. You know? Very different. And some people are all about that.
Oh my god.
That's what they
Phil,
want.
calm
That's
down.
not what I want. It's never what I've wanted from content creation. I've wanted to be someone who had a meaningful legacy, a body of work that people can go back and watch a million playthroughs I've done and say, here's a really
full of
genuine
ultimatums
gameplay
about
experience
dropping
from a real
it.
gamer like me who wanted to have fun with this game, and let's see what they thought about that game. You could go back and watch that experience. It's set in time.
You know what?
That thing is
Wait
like,
a second. You know what's funny? He says this and like, oh, it's so meaningful. Oh, I love what I do. You know, putting all this out in the back in time. Oh man, it's so good. He had a Patreon video where he said that he could be living, he could be living begging for tips or whatever to someone behind Patreon, but he tells us on the front-facing content that it's so meaningful, people love it, all this stuff. This dude, man,
you know, a
so
historical
fake.
record of what I was doing at that
The
time
king
in
of
my life
fake.
and everything. You see what I mean? Versus, oh look, here's just a meme video that I could watch at any time and it has no context or meaning. It's just something stupid for kids to watch.
You could do that with all your
I
content,
don't care
though.
how rich you are making
Whatever.
that content. It's not meaningful content, in my opinion. Again, that's my
But
opinion.
who are you to say that? Who is he to say that content's not meaningful? This dude gets so mad if anyone were to say that his content's not meaningful, and they could have their own justifications. But this dude is saying that their content's not meaningful, and saying that that's an observation. But this is bullshit. It's such bullshit to have these rants. DSP just don't have these rants.
If you feel it's meaningful, fine. I'm not telling you not to watch it at all. Go watch whatever you want. Enjoy it. But
If you think it's meaningful, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not meaningful. What? So, this dude is 37 and he doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't know how to talk. He can't convey himself. He can't. He has no idea how to convey himself at all in any conversation, and he wonders why people always take him wrong, don't understand what he's saying, because he doesn't know how to talk. You know what? Maybe he was bullied as a kid because maybe he had speech therapy when he was a kid. I mean, like it's insane. Because I remember times where I would just get mad at kids. When I was a young kid, I would get into fights all the time. I got kicked around of camps because of it. But all of them were usually because I would try to convey something and then someone would say, "You're dumb" or something. Like they would disagree with me because they're not like they just disagree with me, and I didn't take it very well. And I didn't, and whatever. So I would fight. I would beat them up. I would be like, fuck you," and start a fight. Then I'd be like, "Okay, you know what? You're out of here, Buster." And I'd be out of there, Buster. But that was stuff that like after a while. I mean, obviously I grew out of it. I mean, obviously. But it's like that's something that you have to think about. This dude probably either he just never learned. That's probably could have been the other thing. That he took it as I'm being bullied, when the other thing that could have happened was that he was a very opinionated baby when he was in school, and he was saying people that, "You like Superman? You're a fucking idiot. Only idiots love Superman." And then that kid would be like, "What the fuck you just say?" and beat him up. And like, they're bullying me. Guys, these kids are bullying me, but it's probably because he probably said stuff that pissed them off. So, actually, no, he wasn't bullied. He just pissed people off as a kid because he could not talk. This dude, man.
I think that's trash, and I'm not gonna fucking.
That's my
crap.
Theo theory.
That's the
He
most
needs
popular
he
stuff
needs
on
to go to
Twitch right
a
now.
speech
Let's go make
therapist.
some crap Fortnite content, everybody. Let's go meme during watching the trailer of the new Fortnite season, and make $20,000.
But what if they're having
stream.
fun with their audience, though?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
Okay. And what's hilarious is my detractors.
Oh
alright,
boy.
Are so fucking shitty. They're such shitty people.
We're shitty people. After what? Like, an hour of a rant about fucking not even a Fortnite streamer, mind you, a fucking Minecraft streamer. But this dude is saying that we're miserable people. Okay, buddy.
They watch people who come to my streams and contribute, and they shit on them. Oh, who would contribute?
This dude just was making assumptions that the people supporting these streamers are kids, and he's getting mad that detractors treat his contributors the same way. DSP, maybe you should not act the way you don't want people to act, and there you go. Maybe put the energy you want.
To fill streams. Well, let's see.
Let's see.
You come into my stream, you're getting some kind of coherent content. It's an ongoing
coherent content. What if the content's going for those people, though? This is so fucking stupid, dude. Fucking shut up.
It's a narrative. You have fun.
Holy shit.
You also get to see if a game's any good and how I react to certain parts of the game. I'm not just sitting here talking about banana hammocks and fucking, shooting plungers at cartoon characters across a map, memeing for kids. But somehow, my content is not acceptable to support, but theirs is.
The people dogging on his contributors are dogging on them because they get nothing out of it. Because these people, Dr. Tony Huge is doing it for attention. I don't think that's a well-kept secret, guys. It's very obvious. And he's paying his way to be a mod, too. So, that's going on. But most of his whales are contributing because he has given them all these incentives. Guys, I'm going through a bankruptcy, and I can't use my credit right now, and games are coming out. He was going on and on and on about how he has to afford the PS5 and the games and this and that. So of course they're gonna contribute because they like your content and they feel like you should get this stuff and they feel bad for you, but they don't contribute because they like you and your content. Because if there was no pressure, they wouldn't be contributing. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Hold on, I do want to go back a bit.
Now, my content is not acceptable to support, but theirs is.
Now, this is the other thing on top of that. He just went on and on and on and on about how these people who do meme streams, they get thousands and thousands of dollars. And man, what a horrible thing. They have to do all this meme shit. They have to drop what they're doing and do meme shit. These people do this. They have to go by the trends. They do all this and that. What content, right? I'd never do that. But he is saying that, but the trolls are saying that they don't like my content. They don't think my content is worth contributing to. You just said this in the very stream, DSP. You said that the meme content, is not content you would want to support. Trolls saying that this content not good enough to support is as equal as an opinion to have. And they're saying that, we are obviously assuming that our content is worth supporting. I'm not making these bold claims, but I'm saying that people should contribute to who they contribute. If, people can have opinions on this shit all they want. But people have to accept that it is perfectly fine for Dr. Tony Huge to spend his money on Phil and all this stuff. It's okay. If people want to support Phil, that's on them. But I can criticize that the content isn't worthy of it. I can say, people like him and they could support him. And when I make these, and I think it's confusing the two, or mixing them up. He's saying that since we're attacking his content that's not good enough for support, we're attacking those that support him. That's not what people are criticizing. These people can support you all you want, DSP, but we can criticize who is getting that money. You're getting all this money, but what are you showing for it? This is the same shit he said about Tim Schafer and many other game developers. I thought I was gonna list more, but Tim Schafer is the one that came to mind. But he does this all the time. But he can't handle it when it happens to him. Whoa.
Okay. Whatever you say. Like, see what I mean? Like, it's just nuts. So someone who actually appreciates the ongoing content creation, the meaningfulness of what I do, and they want to support that because they see I don't have a sponsorship like the big meme streamer.
But you said you could get sponsorships, though. You said you turn them down. Which, see, this sponsorship story is... It only benefits when it wants to. It's only convenient. My theory, honestly, is... He knows he could get sponsorships. He just chooses not to because he prefers this. He prefers to either be a victim or to say that I would never do that. He wants it both ways. It's not that he can't or he doesn't want to. It's both. It's that he doesn't want to do them because he likes it. He likes being this.
I don't have the popularity. Let's support Phil so he can keep doing what he does because he does it a lot differently than those big content creators. Oh, that's not acceptable because Phil's content is trash and stuff. Like, what are you? You're a fucking idiot.
I could, yeah, but like, it's, okay, I misspoke a little bit earlier because I think I did a lot of verbal diarrhea, so I apologize. But I do want to specify a little bit more because he's saying that we are criticizing, since we're criticizing the content, we're also criticizing the contributor, which we're not. Just because we see the content's trash has nothing to do with the people who are contributing to it. People can contribute to anything. Everyone has that ability. Everyone has the ability to give money to anything that they want, that they feel is worthy of their dollar. But DSP's content is trash. I can say that because I'm looking at his content. His bumpers are trash. The remixes are trash. The commentary is trash. I can sit there and like, I don't think it's worth giving him money, but if people want to give him money because they find value, that's fine. But you see the difference in how, when I say like it's fine to give him money if you like it, but his content's trash and how he does it, I at least can understand why people would want to support him. But I also know his content is pretty bad. Like, he doesn't try anymore. He did try at one point, but he doesn't. He only tries when his money's running low. But he has not given these meme streamers any credit. He's only highlighted them in a negative light and highlighted them in a mean way. And it's an unfair way. And at least I give DSP the decency to watch the content. DSP has not even watched a second of these other streamers to even know what the fuck he's talking about. So it's completely different.
You're a complete idiot to even say shit like that. And to attack someone who supports a stream that they like because it's different than the giant top streamer. Do you really want... Again, I used to say this on YouTube too. Do you really want all of YouTube to just become drama content creation?
Oh, the meme. Do you want that?
Someone talking shit about someone else, doing a new god.
Do you want that to be the same? Do you want that? Okay.
Gossip story every day. That's what YouTube has become. Idiots pulling pranks, and
When was the last time a prank video got popular? By the way, I mean I think that's pretty much dead.
The Paul brothers.
The drama stuff is also kind of not as big as it used to either. Like, I kind of don't think any of these hold water right now. I mean, still, sure, the drama videos still happen here and there, but I don't think it's as big of a thing. I mean, right now, I would probably say that podcasting is getting big. Everyone's doing a podcast. Everyone's doing that with their buddies.
And idiots just talking drama to each other. That's all YouTube pretty much is now that's popular. That's what's happened is you allowed that to happen by supporting that kind of content. Well, if you just want Twitch to become meme streamers, go right ahead and only support that content and talk shit to those who support other content.
Now, and again, this is also attacking supporters, though, DSP. You're telling them, hey, if you want to... It's pretty much guilting people over doing what they want. Oh, you're gonna watch it's like, whatever, I'll just make up a business and say, like, okay, Mick King is a burger place. We're gonna go the food route. And someone's like, I'm gonna go there. It's like, oh, You're going to Mick King? You're gonna buy a burger there? I mean, you guess if you want to go to Mick King, I guess you could. I mean, the food kind of is not that good. I mean, and now it'll only grow the chain. So, and it's like really shitty. It's like, it's kind of also why people like... No, it's not the same. I was gonna bring up MCU fans, but it's not necessarily the same. But it is shitting on them, DSP. You're telling them like, oh well, yeah, you can contribute them if you want, but you know, if you keep doing it, that's all you're gonna get. It's kind of shitty.
Kinds of content, you know, that's what's gonna happen. You'll just get the same shit over and over, the same.
But he's only stating facts, though.
Do you really want
trash? I'm not shitting on people who support these things, but I'm saying that if they do, we'll see more trash. But man, I tell you, DSP detractors saying that, fuck them.
You know, just think about it. All right, guys. Let's get the shout-outs. I think in fact, I said go right ahead, enjoy that content if you want. She'll have idiots who will spin it negatively. And all right.
Oh boy.
All right, guys. Let's get the shout-outs. I think I've talked enough about this topic. And of course, you'll have idiots who will spin it negatively and say a million things I didn't say.
Say a million things I didn't say, dude. I just watched your fucking rant. He just fucking sat there and was like, it was just jealous the whole time. Like, this is so fucking petty.
Phil insults all people who play Fortnite. Yeah, didn't say that. In fact, I said go right ahead, enjoy that content if you want. My personal opinion is it has no meaning.
That is an insult. You're telling them that it has no meaning. The content has no meaning.
And
again, if you're gonna get mad, DSP, about people saying your content has no meaning, maybe you shouldn't say that too.
What I do, to me, is a lot more meaningful, and that's why I enjoy what I do, and I'm thankful to my audience for supporting me and allowing me to do what I love. You know, that's the point I'm trying to make. I had an eye-opening experience yesterday realizing, my God, you know, the people who are big on Twitch these days are nothing like me. Although it's funny because I've been around the block and I did this kind of content for so long, but it really was becoming more frivolous content than anything else on Twitch, and I don't like that.
Again, how does he know it's frivolous?
I want to be someone who's different.
He doesn't even watch this. Like, he doesn't even watch the content, and he's like, oh, I didn't say that so you could watch it, but like, you know. But like, that's still negative. He made all these sweeping judgments and comparisons and statements without watching it. But he gets mad if people make statements about his content without watching. You figure that one out.
Watch something meaningful. So, you know, I had this eye-opening experience. I want to share that with you. But, Phil's jealous, and Phil hates Fortnite, and Phil... Okay, say whatever you want, you dumb fucks. Because I don't care about what you say. You make shit up no matter what. So, fuck off. Okay.
I thought you don't talk about detractors. He really thought about how we'd react to this. And again, like, he is insulting them. It's just not directly. It's a pussyfooting, as he would say, pussyfooting. It's kind of, you know, sneak dissing, kind of stepping around and like being like, oh, you know, it's like you know, you're putting your finger in the hot water and just kind of pulling it out at the last second, like doing that pretty much. Guys, I'm not saying the content sucks. I'm just saying like the content's like not content that I like to put out because I think my content's good. But that kind of not the content I would like to put out. It's very like I'd be willing to say it's unintentional. I would say that's unintentionally kind of spreading the message subconsciously that it is bad content because he's putting these seeds in people's heads about like how oh, this content's frivolous, it's meaningless, not like my content that has continuity, it's stable, it's cool, it's great. Like, it's self propagandizing, I think it's the term. But this is so, like, suck your own dick energy. It is so fucking negative. And he's like, I'm not being negative, I'm just stating a fact.
It is now time. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for that. Bluepoint wants to work with a new IP.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch that. He kind of talks about it again, but it's, like, redundant. But that's it. I think I'm done. I'm not gonna fucking go into the forums or do anything extra this time around. But thank you for watching this video about DSP and his fucking jealousy. It's such bullshit. It's like I can't believe he's sitting there telling us like how you know, this content is like pretty trash, but you know, you can support it if you want. I'm just saying it's trash. It's like, but man, those detractors saying my content's trash, fuck them. Okay. Alright, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you like it. I'd like to see you in the next one, hopefully, or next stream. I'll see you guys when I see you. Have a good week, everyone. I'll probably be streaming Persona 3, The Answer, and Persona 4 on Twitch because I think it's time for that. But I'll see you guys when I see ya. Bye-bye.